Okay, hello, hello. Can everyone hear me? Where's the chat? The chat is right here,
Okay.
but it's not working on the YouTube as you saw before. Um, so yeah, hopefully everything is working fine. It feels like every single week we're in a different location. Um, that is not on purpose, but the problem with that is that usually the equipment doesn't always work just because you need to like set everything up again. But hopefully it should be working. The sound looks like it is reacting to my voice, so everything looks good. Can you let us know, whoever is watching in the chat, um, if you can hear us? Okay. Okay. For today, sound is good. Okay, that's good. Okay, so for today, we want to go over, or I want to go over a few things. So first of all, Happy New Year. Um, we want to go over like a bunch of different topics that usually come up during the New Year's. Those are generally going to involve like uh, fitness stuff, and then also in general just New Year resolutions. But we're gonna focus like mainly on fitness, like frequently asked questions, um, and then later in the stream we can talk a little bit about like career choices or maybe financial goals or what you should be striving for during the New Year's. In our opinion, obviously, everything from our perspective. So, is there anything you want to add to that?
No. No.
Okay. Um, yeah, so there's a few things that I want to touch on today. And then also for the fitness section, I think after like, towards the end of the fitness section, we're going to react to a few videos. So there are a couple of videos that were uploaded by both Jeff Nippert and Will Tennyson, and then we want to go over it because I think it's an interesting video, and I on purpose didn't watch it because I wanted to get an actual reaction live. Yep, so the first thing that we're going to talk about is frequently asked questions about fitness relating to the New Year's. So, generally, what happens is that, people are busy with their lives. They have their work and they usually have a routine. So, they might wake up, get a coffee, go to work, come back home, eat, shower, sleep, and then repeat kind of like thing. And generally speaking, there is no exercise unless there's like an activity that they go to during the weekends. And so a lot of times people want to get in better shape, especially during the New Year's because they have enough time, let's say about 6 months until June when summer hits, and then people want to be in their best shape in order to go to the beach and show off and so on. Okay? So there's a trend and that everyone kind of follows where people say new year new me. Okay, this year I'm gonna get in shape, I'm gonna go all out. Okay, I'm gonna exercise consistently. Okay, and then by the summer I'm going to be extremely ripped and then ready to show off my body. And then they will persevere for the first month, so the gyms are packed on January, and then by the second week of February completely empty. um, so I guess we can go over like a few tips on like how to make sure that people stay active, or at least they can achieve their goal, their dream physique for the summer. So the first thing I want to touch on is like for most people, the reason why they're motivated in the like at the beginning of the year is because it marks a new era. It marks a new kind of like phase in their life, right? And then they give themselves that kind of meaning where they can pursue through like an intense level of motivation. But then I think that especially when it comes to fitness, which is an activity that is usually done in the long term, right? Like people who have like really really good physiques usually have worked on it for years. And so to think about getting in shape, um, you know, for 6 months only, and then like achieving that physique, I think is like very unrealistic. On the other hand, like obviously at the beginning of the year, your motivation is like extremely, extremely high. But the problem with like getting in shape is that motivation is not it's not reliable. You can't rely on motivation because motivation comes and goes. when it comes to like getting in shape, I think that it works with anything else, which is like discipline and consistency. Like as long as you are showing up and then doing the work, you should be okay. Oh, I got a chat. Hey Jen, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Um, hmm. A tip that I would say that would help a lot of people when it comes to staying consistent in the gym. Well, first let's begin with like breaking this down very quickly. I think a lot of people are very used to quick results, quick things, right? So let's say a lot of the times we procrastinate for our exams and whatever, and I think that's like you cannot have that approach for the gym. Instead, another thing that you can do is actually enjoy the gym and see it more of like a sport because it's basically like it's gonna take quite some time to build up the physique that you want. And yeah, here and there you'll see some people on YouTube getting their dream physiques 3 months, 6 months, yeah. But some of these people might have more time than you. They might be more genetically blessed, or they might be doing things that you don't know they're doing behind cameras, right? Yeah, I think yeah, I would say that the best advice for staying consistent is sort of like first of all enjoy it and treat it like a sport. Yeah, like you like I hope like nobody that I hope nobody watching this thinks that they can become all of a sudden like a professional soccer player if they play for 3 months. That I hope
Yeah, like just
nobody's
think about it, right? Like
right.
you're not doing any like proper physical activity for like 20 plus years. You think that you're gonna correct all of that in 6 months?
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah, it's very hard unless you're like genetically gifted, which is probably the 1% of the 1% of the 1%.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then like the good news is that when you start, within 3 to 4 months, like you already start seeing changes, which is like good. It should be that should be like a motivator, right? And again, motivation comes and goes, but whenever it comes, you can take advantage of it and like try to use that to push yourself a little bit more, or at least that's how I see it.
yeah. You also gotta be able to see like the positive aspect, not just like the way that you look. Of course, that's a big part. I think for most of us. Um, but you know, a level of exercise, for either health or for I was gonna say something.
It went away.
Wait, wait. There's a okay, but you can't just chase the looks, right? Of course, the looks are important, and we all like it. Okay, like I'm not gonna deny that, right? But let's say your motivation goes away, right? You actually like it would be way better for you and for your mental health and for your consistency if you actually enjoy lifting weights or going to the gym, the activity, like the sport, right? Um, yeah, instead of like having motivation. I know some people like want to torture themselves. They're like, oh yeah, I gotta stay disciplined. I hate it, but I still go, right? You know, you don't have to, but yeah, just have like different reasons, right?
Yeah.
Health, um, you know, because you actually enjoy doing the activity, or I don't know, just
Yeah, like as cliche as it sounds, right? I think that like you have to enjoy the process, right? It's not just about the goal.
yeah,
Um, at the end of the day, well, like okay, so I want to share like personally the way that I stay consistent with my physical activity and uh, the way that I stay fit is generally I am very curious about my own potential. So like when I go to the gym, I'm always curious like, oh, is today going to be the day that I'm finally going to bench this amount, or I'm going to curl this amount, or I'm going to squat this amount, right? And that curiosity kind of drives me a little bit because regardless of how I feel, I still try it to see, just to see if I can do it, right? And if I can't do it, well, that's fine. I know what I need to do in order to achieve that goal. And if I can do it, then that's fine. Then like that's good. Then I can set up new goal, right? And that's like also a motivator, right? Getting small accomplishments and slowly building up, right? Slowly progressing. That's where the term progressive overload comes from, right? And then, once you follow that process, before you even know it, you already have a good physique. Like you
Yeah.
don't even know. Like it's like a cherry on top kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I think if you chase looks, you might potentially go down a dark path where you start getting obsessed with like, oh, like my line over here is not like prominent enough, and my biceps are not big enough, and my calves are too small. I'm not protecting here. But yeah, like um, so yeah, like you don't focus like necessarily on the end result, but focus on the small accomplishments, and before you realize that you're already 75%
Yeah.
of the way there.
Yeah, I think the most enjoyable part of the journey is like the small wins, like seeing progress, like progressing, like yeah, just adding weight and all of that. And I think if you want to see it from a health um benefit perspective, you can see it as I don't know. Let's say like a lot of the sports nowadays, like let's say you don't like running and you want to do some sort of like physical activity or whatever, but you have no friends. You can just go to the gym. Like it's available for you. It's
And maybe you'll make friends at the gym.
maybe you'll make friends. You know, when you're a big boy, you'll people will approach you. You know.
Yeah, yeah, you know how the meme goes, where like when you get big as a guy, right? When you get big, you expect like all the girls to be like flooding to you because you have big muscles and whatever.
Yep.
But the reality is like all the guys are actually like next to you, bro, nice calves, bro, nice biceps, bro.
Yep.
What's your routine, right? And then yeah, you can make friends like that. Just get big.
But yeah, I mean, if you have like, if you want to get, um, if you want to get in shape or you want to have some sort of like physical activity, but you have no friends and you hate running, then you might as well buy a gym membership because it's very convenient. It's everywhere. Especially if you live in the U.S. or in Canada, it's extremely available, like for everyone. And there's all types of gyms. Yeah,
Okay, let me go. Let's go through some of the questions that I have here. Okay,
right.
so like the first one is, when is the best time to work out if you work a 9 to 5? What do you think?
Well, it depends if and your ability to wake up early. I'd say, if I had a 9 to 5, I'll probably try to wake up early. Um, just because I like knocking off everything, and I it feels great when I'm done with everything. Like let's say at 5, right? I'm still in college, so my situation currently is different. But every now and then, when I can, I just wake up early. Usually, I just well, my classes start at 11, right? Whatever, right? That's because I set it up that way. But usually, I'm in the gym like at 9. But if I can go earlier, I would. But I wouldn't. Um, I wouldn't like. I didn't do it last year because a lot of things were going on, and I
Okay,
had to study
okay.
a lot. Yeah.
Um, I think there are pros and cons. So like obviously if you're working a 9 to 5, right? You
Mm.
either have to work out before 9, obviously, or after 5. And I think there's pros and cons for both. So like personally, I prefer to do it in the morning. So maybe like around 6 a.m. before my work starts. There are a few reasons. Um, the first one is I like to get it out of the way, right? And I like to start the day with kind of like an activity that I like. So like that way I have like the energy or the positive energy in order for me to like go to work and you know uh, kind of like start the day from a good
Like
side.
the
Yeah,
like the first one of the day, right?
yeah. Like the first activity of the day is like enjoyable. So like you can like it makes your day kind of like that's kind of like the feeling. Unless
Yeah.
you fail a PR or something.
No, that's not that bad, you know.
Yeah, yeah, I know. But yeah, like generally, I like that feeling, and yeah,
Like
just getting it out of the way.
like a
When you wake up early, especially, and then you get a workout done before like let's say 8:30, right? It feels like you've already been so efficient, and it feels like you've already done so much throughout the day. Like, damn, I finished like a crazy workout, and it's only like 8:30. Like, it feels good. Um, it probably makes you a little bit more efficient.
Yep.
Um, because you're up already. So yeah, you should be, you know, going. You should be basically like you have all the energy to do like whatever you need to do throughout the day. Um,
This is this I'm gonna add to the I'm gonna add something to waking up early and go to the gym early. This is gonna sound a little bit condescending, but wait, will it? I forgot why, but but yeah, because I was holding into that thought for so long. But I will say, like, if you're the type of person that has to talk to a lot of people, or has like a lot of plans with a lot of people, or just very social overall, you want to have, oh yeah, I remember why, you want to have you want to have time, during the hours that people are awake. You know, most people aren't capable or willing to wake up early, you know, so you're not going to see people. People won't take away your time. People won't ask you to schedule or dedicate time for them at, let's say, 6 a.m, 7 a.m, right? They're asleep, they're eating breakfast, whatever it is, but most people won't, right? And once you get that out of the way, you can make so many plans as to, like after 5. Whereas if you were like one of those people, um, and you actually want to put um, some muscle and go to the gym, it might be a little bit more difficult to schedule, because it would be after your gym session, which would probably be like an hour and a half, an hour, or 2 hours even. So let's say you got off at 5, the traffic caught you, bro. You're done by 10. You're
mhm.
cooked. What social life do you have after that? Nothing, right?
Yeah,
You became a gym rat. You just work and gym and go to
yeah.
sleep, right?
I think the cons though would be like obviously in order to be able to wake up at that time you need to sleep early, and you know most people like if you do have a social life and you have people that you talk to, right? Generally a lot of people like to do activities at night,
Yep.
and you might have to pass on a lot of those activities if you want to stay consistent because you need to wake up early the next morning. It's not just that when it comes to sleep, but it also comes down to like sleep consistency,
Yep.
right? So you might be able to like say sleep early on the weekdays, but what happens on the weekends, right? On the weekends, if you're the kind of person who wakes up early, goes to the gym, right, then goes to work, comes back home, showers, eats, like cooks, and then eats, and then gets ready for bed again, right? That kind of like monotone, consistent routine might get boring um, throughout, like over a long period of time. And so on the weekends, ideally, you would want to go out and enjoy, have fun, not have to think about the gym and whatever, which is fine. But now the problem is that your body has been accustomed to like sleeping
Yep.
early. So once you go a night out during the weekend or on a Friday night, uh, you might be destroyed by Sunday or Monday, right? So yeah, there's like pros and cons, and then you need to balance it. I will say
Yeah.
though, a really important pro, and this is like a little bit more like picky, but like a very important pro for working out after work is that generally speaking, your performance is going to be better in the afternoon than in the morning.
True.
And the reason is because, generally speaking, if you wait until the afternoon or after 5 to work out, generally you've eaten some food and you're like better hydrated compared to as like in the morning, you need to like grab a snack really quickly in order to like get to the gym. And then, before going to the gym, you were asleep for 8 hours without eating, without drinking any water. So obviously your performance is going to suffer. So yeah, there are like pros and cons, and you just need to balance um, whatever works for you. So to summarize everything, right? I will say I think that personally I would do in the mornings because I prefer the feeling of being efficient and the feeling of starting my day from a good light, um, more than the performance itself at the gym. Um, but for the general public, I will say my advice would be whatever works for you, right? Just understand the pros and cons and then choose whichever one is better for you.
Yeah. And I would say a general rule for the people who chose to wake up early and go to the gym early, but you guys want to go out at night and whatever, just mm, just don't wake up after like 11:30. Like try your best. I think you can. You know, fuck it. If you slept like 6.5 hours on the weekend, just stay consistent. You know, like it's not as bad as like don't make it 3 hours. Okay, then I'll kill you. But
Wait, are you saying that like if they don't sleep enough, just suck it up and then go to the gym just to stay consistent?
no, no,
Or
no, 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 no. I'm saying like okay, let's say um let's say I go to the gym every day at like 6 a.m. right or six yeah like I wake up 6, go to the gym at 6:30 right.
mm-hmm.
Oof. Then let's say on Friday, I got a little crazy and I went out and I I didn't want to go to sleep. I was being a bad boy, right? And I was like, no, 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 no. I need to go to sleep at 3 a.m., right? At the very least, when I'm making that decision, I should be like, but if I'm going to sleep at 3 a.m., I want to wake up at least before 11:30. Anything before 11:30. That's it. Like
Okay.
don't be one of those guys that wakes up at like 2 p.m. Like that's not good, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And also if you wake up like let's say you're trying to wake up at before 11:30, a lot of the times for me personally, I wake up before that even if I'm like if even if I go to sleep like at 4, it doesn't matter, right? Which is not the best thing, but it helps me stay consistent. But then yeah, I mean, you won't always wake up like right on like 11:30, right? But just try, and just going back from 11:30 to 6, it's a lot easier than from 2 p.m. to 6. I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
insane. Like you can start again like at 7, whatever.
yeah. I think there's a higher chance for you to mess up your sleeping schedule. So let's say for example, like on the weekend, right? Like you stayed until very late already. Like it's done. It's 3 a.m. right now.
Right.
Okay, and then you're gonna go sleep. Try to wake up as early as possible, um, because the later you wake up, the harder it is gonna be for you to like go back to the previous schedule.
Yes.
Right now, there are people that I don't know how their sleep schedule work,
Right.
but they can like just sleep whenever. Right?
Oh yeah, yeah. I thought I don't even know those. Yeah, I know
Yeah,
those
yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, like I would even like tell you like an instance. I'm not proud of it, but
Oh no.
sophomore year of college, I was going to sleep like consistently at like 1 a.m. and I would wake up like at 6. Go
What?
gym, just go gym. I did
5 hours?
get gains. Yeah, like I was getting 5 hours.
You
I don't
get
know. I don't
injured?
know. No, I didn't get injured. I got gains. But yeah, you seen the pictures, but I don't know. I think it was because I was like, I don't even know, and I wasn't even eating that much. But to be fair, I think I'm in debt. Like, or I was in debt like the next year. Like I felt like shit the next year. Like once I stopped working out, I don't know what happened. I don't know how the science works there, but yeah, it's so much harder. Like the next year, after I stopped, like I think my body got used to it, but it was still like, I still like, I was still getting like in debt with my sleep.
Yeah.
And performance wise, it was working. Everything was working, but then once you stop that schedule, your body realizes, and then you crash.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think usually what happens for me is that it's a little bit difficult to explain, but basically, like, I find that the more advanced you are, the more important sleep is,
100%.
especially when it comes to performance. And so for me, before when I was small and like kind of like a beginner, right? I felt like I could get away with like 6 hours of sleep or 7 hours of sleep, right? But I feel like now I need to get like at least 7, right?
Yeah.
But if I'm really, really fatigued, like it has to be 8. Otherwise, my performance just starts like dropping. And something that I realized is that if I get less sleep than usual, the effect of that, or the harm of that lack of sleep, you don't see it immediately. So, for
Yep.
example, think of it as a bar, right? From here to here, and this is my energy levels. Okay, if I sleep like a full night, like an 8 hours sleep, right? It's like refilled totally, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's say I sleep only 7 hours, but I'm really tired. I only sleep 7 hours, right? It gets refilled like maybe like 90%. And then on my next workout, 90% is good enough for me to like have a really good workout,
Yeah.
right? So everything is fine. You don't notice it, right? But then like you fatigue yourself even more.
Mhm.
And then the next day, let's say I get another 7 hours. So now it refills up to 80%.
Yeah, I know.
And then like you start like getting like these small losses that over time they add up.
Yeah,
And then you get destroyed.
that's what happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so the conclusion, well, at least my advice would be whatever works for you, whether it is before or after, you just need to weigh the pros and cons and see which one works for you the best. Okay? And then, yeah, you can make your own decision. Personally, I prefer mornings, but if afternoons work for you, then yeah, more power to you.
Yeah, I think in an ideal world where we didn't have any responsibilities, I would love to work out in the afternoon only. Yeah,
But I feel like something,
performance wise,
I know,
it's
I
insane.
know. But it's weird because, like for me, after work,
Yeah.
bro, I can't.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
destroyed. I'm like mentally tapped out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's another aspect why I wait. Actually, hold on. So last year I used to wake up like super early to go to the gym, and then this year I would do like around 10, 11, or 9 or 8. But then sometimes I'll just go randomly at 2 p.m. I'll just make some time, just get a workout. Um, because if I try to work out at night, yeah, 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 I would be dead. Cause my mentally, no,
Yeah.
I'm not ready.
Oh, the other thing that you have to be careful is that if you're a person who takes pre-workout, okay, it's better to do it in the morning. It's better to work out in the morning, okay? Some people get addicted to pre-workout or dependent on pre-workout and like they have to take it before going to the gym, which is not a bad thing necessarily, but sometimes if you're taking like crazy amounts of pre-workout in the afternoon, good luck trying to sleep because the amount of caffeine that pre-workouts have is crazy.
Yeah, like
Oh, hey Huang, how's it going?
it depends.
It depends what type of workout you are doing, in my unprofessional opinion. That is true. I mean, like, the reality is that some workouts are going to be more fatiguing than others. Obviously, yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
I would, uh, I guess we would have to clarify. Like, generally, the ones that we're referring to are just the, regular weight training or resistance training.
Say, man, running in the afternoon is beautiful.
Damn. Well, it depends on the place you're living, man.
Yeah.
Bro, under the sun,
Imagine doing that in Ecuador, bro.
bro.
You disappear. You evaporate.
Yeah, by the time you get home, you're ashes, bro.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Like I think it has to be like somewhat cold.
Or at least chilly, okay?
Chilly.
Yeah,
Chili.
yeah, yeah.
I think chili is the best. But the thing is, like, okay, so um, running at night is sketchy. Running in the morning, there's not enough like cars. And then running in the afternoon, oh my god, too many cars. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta do it in the morning. That's the only right time when there's no cars. When
No, depends on where you live.
look, anything after 3 a.m. when the devil is asleep, you can do this. You know, anything before is like
Yeah, I think
the delinquents, the devil, they're all up. You don't want to go out.
yeah, like I would say like obviously like
Is
if
it?
you live in a rural area, like it's fine if you do it in the afternoon, especially if it's chilly out there. But yeah, if you live in a really hot place or in a place where security is a problem, then yeah, just take into take those things into consideration and then see which one works better for you.
Yeah.
Do you guys notice the difference between using nothing versus caffeine from coffee, tea, energy drinks, pre-workout before lifting?
Do I feel any difference in terms of performance?
Yeah, like any difference when it comes to
Yes,
performance when you use caffeine, and also the differences between like coffee, tea, energy drink, pre-workouts.
I do. I don't get the lows. Like I think you know, I don't think I do caffeine as often, but when those days that I feel really low, I'll just grab a coffee or a pre-workout and I'll just chug in and just go to the gym right after. Just because I want to have a good workout that feels good, and if it feels good, then that means I'm gonna stay consistent the next day. You know, I feel great. Uh, I don't really care too much about the performance part. Like I'm not expecting to double my weight that same day just because I took some magic potion. But I do expect for my workout to at least be decent. Now, or right, or that's like what I'm hoping when I'm taking that, because I already know it's not gonna be decent when I'm feeling low.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the only time that I do it. But I do find I do uh, find it helpful. I also like the taste, but it's dangerous, so I try not to do it too often. And then if I know I'm gonna have a big day, like me and the bros agree, okay, we're gonna hit some PRs, then I'll take some because
yeah,
it tastes great. Because I want to be at my best, you know. Now I don't know how my body will react if I'm excited and I take the magic potion, but
yeah,
hopefully in a positive way.
yeah. Like for me, so there are a few things here in this question, I think. So first of all, when you say using nothing versus caffeine from coffee, tea, energy drinks, pre-workout or before lifting. So coffee and energy drinks are going to work kind of in the same way, but in different degrees. So coffee specifically is going to be the caffeine. The difference between coffee and energy drinks, aside obviously from the taste, is the amount of caffeine that it has, right? Coffee, I think, has like 90 milligrams of caffeine, which is barely noticeable depending on how accustomed you are to taking caffeine.
Right.
Whereas like energy drinks can have I think in Canada, is up to 180 milligrams of caffeine per serving. So sometimes they do like multiple servings, so it's a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's in Canada it's up to 180 milligrams. So that you can potentially feel it a little bit more. When it comes to tea, is the caffeine works a little bit differently. I don't know. Someone
I've
should
never
fact
done
check
that.
me, but basically my understanding based on when I was working at a supplement store was that there are different type of caffeines, okay? And uh, the difference between coffee and tea is that coffee, the caffeine that you get from coffee is called caffeine and anhydrous or something. But basically it's the caffeine that gives you like the high like really quickly and then you crash afterwards.
That's so weird.
Whereas like the tea one is like more consistent, right? It's like a more even kind of like high that you get. Um, so yeah, energy drinks and coffee are going to be uh, like the ones the super like fast high and then the crash afterwards. Um, Pre-workouts are a little bit different just because it's not just caffeine that they have as an ingredient or as the main ingredient. It's going to be beta alanine and citrulline malate, and those things actually uh, do affect your performance. So when I take pre-workout, for example, I do personally feel it when it comes to energy levels. My strength goes up a little bit, and also the pumps that you get are crazy too. So you should be feeling it. I don't think are there non-respondents for caffeine?
What was that? I was reading.
Are there non-respondents to caffeine? I don't think so. I think generally people
I
just all feel caffeine or no.
I think I think so. I think for me, I mean, I used to think I was like immune to caffeine, but now that I'm older and that I'm like that I need it in the sense like if I didn't sleep well and I need to focus or whatever, yes, it works, but it doesn't affect my ability to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I can just if I'm tired, fuck it, I go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Summer I run at peak 95. I know 95 is a lot. I just I'm not
I
that
think
familiar with the
I think
Fahrenheit.
I think 100 is 30 degrees.
No, 100
Is
is
it not?
more. It's like 35.
Look
Something
up
like
how much 100 Fahrenheit is in Celsius, or he can tell you.
Let me see.
100.
37,
Oh,
bro.
sorry. Oh, that's disgusting. Okay, so
Okay, so 95 is 35.
35.
Yeah.
Oof.
That's a
Wait, that's
lot.
crazy.
That's crazy. Um, is it just the milligrams of caffeine or the source of the caffeine that matters? Yeah, so the source of caffeine matters, and also the milligrams of caffeine that matters.
Yep.
So I think there was one pre-workout that I took once, that I took from a supplement store because it was like free. They gave
Right.
it to me, bro. This shit was 400 milligrams of caffeine, and it's called dry scoop. So you're supposed to dry scoop it. It like melts in your mouth, but it's disgusting.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like too strong.
Yeah,
Bro.
I imagine.
I couldn't work out. I was nervous for no reason.
Yeah.
Yo, I was
You're
nervous
high,
for no
you're
reason,
high.
bro. I was like, bro, why am I so nervous, bro? I'm not even hitting a PR. Why am I nervous?
Yeah, your heart is.
Yeah.
Wait. How do you even read milligrams, bro? I read mg. Like, don't you write milligrams with ml? I was trying to read that question for so long. That's why I wasn't paying attention.
Wait,
to
what do you
were
think
saying.
it was? MG, magnesium?
I was like, I don't know. Like, I thought she was referring to us. Like, you know when you write MF, like motherfucker, right? Like, I was like, what is she talking about? Just the motherfucker copy. I was like, what is she
Whoa.
saying?
Okay. A good 32 Fahrenheit run is also good. Sucks the hell out of you.
Wait, isn't 32 like
32 is very
like zero,
cold.
right?
Yeah, 32 is 0, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very bad.
That's
because
crazy.
like when you start breathing like heavy, right, and then
Yeah.
all the cold air, and it's like, oh, it just feels so bad.
Wait, that actually doesn't feel well. If it's 0, yes, it feels bad. But
It feels dry.
if it's
though.
like, if it's something like 13 degrees Celsius, oh, that's so good.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's perfect.
Yeah, that makes sense. The mornings that I drink black tea, I'm locked into work for like 4 hours straight. Yeah. So generally, that's my understanding from what I've been told at the supplement store when I used to work there. The difference in caffeine, and that's generally what I explain to clients or customers when they come in the store. So if it's all like a lie,
Yeah.
then I'm sorry to all of them, but yeah, that's my understanding of it. So yeah, generally the recommendation is like if you want to do physical activity for a short period of time, so a workout for example, caffeine from coffee is good. But if you want to study or be able to focus for long periods of time, tea is a little bit better. Or you can also go for nootropics, so like mushrooms, what was it called, like alpha GPC or lion's mane. I haven't worked it at the supplement store for so long. I don't remember the names, but yeah, like there's like nootropics that basically help you to focus. It's like supposed to be good for your brain and whatever. Yeah, so those are like better options if you want to like focus for long periods of time. So yeah, black tea is a good choice.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. The second question that I have is the start of a new year the perfect time to get in shape?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you should try to figure out whether you like it or not before the new year. Even if you are trying to accomplish the new goal the next year, try to try to figure out what you like, what you don't. Try to figure out how working out works a little bit before. Like I would say November is the perfect time. By the time it's New Year, you already like 2 months in.
Mhm.
2 months in ahead of your bodies. If
Yeah.
this is a competition, you just don't tell them. But yeah, I think it's a little bit better. It's gonna build your discipline. It's gonna lower your expectations. I feel like when you try to do things as soon as the year starts, your expectations are so high because you literally you basically did what is it called, delayed gratification, right?
Yeah.
Right. Whereas, man, just try to stay consistent. Just go a little bit early if you can afford it. Of course, I know a lot of people are in different situations where
They don't have the
they
privilege
they
to
don't
do
have the
so.
privilege to
Yeah,
do,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And they might only be able to start when, like, next year, because I don't know, their contract ends or something, you know. But if you can, if you're a high schooler, even better, bro. Like, start, like, yeah, I would say, like, in the middle, it would be the best. A lot of times, like, when you understand your surroundings, generally for me, that's like October, November, because a lot of times I have a lot of expectations, a lot of goals. I try to start everything as I start other things, and then I get completely fucked over. Um, let's say school starts, right? And you start very good, you start consistent on everything all at the same time. I would probably, either start working out like a couple months before school, or start working out a couple months after school. So you at least you have one of them figured out, and it doesn't take you that much brain power to execute these things, and that way it's easier for you to stay consistent. So basically, um, make it more difficult for you to like make it more difficult for yourself to be inconsistent, and so that it's like super super easy for you to win.
yeah. I think to answer that question, I think um, okay. So there are a couple of things. So number one is no. The answer would be generally no, in my opinion, and I think it's because technically speaking, every day should be the best time for you to get in shape, right? You should try to basically what I'm trying to get at is like you should be trying to um, get in better shape and improve your health every single day. You don't have to wait until the New Year's in order to do so. Now, there are ways where you could use the New Year's as a motivator, right? Like, okay, so New Year's, I look back at the previous years and then I see that I haven't done anything for myself, for my body. So I should start improving, and I'm gonna use this year's resolution, New Year's resolution, in order for me to like become better and improve my health. You could use it as a motivator in that way, which is generally positive, but generally speaking, it's not um, like generally speaking, like you should always strive to get in better shape, right? Because you could also fall into the trap where uh, where it's like say November, right? And then you have an opportunity to go to the gym, or not even go to the gym, just do some exercise, and you're like, oh, it's fine. I'm just gonna wait until the next year, new year,
Yeah.
new me, right? And then even if you wait until the next year, let's say you start exercising for the first week, and by the second week you fall off for whatever reason, right? Your tire popped, I don't know, you got injured, or you had a family emergency that you had to go to. So for whatever reason you couldn't make it to the gym, or you couldn't go and exercise, and then you're like, oh well, too bad, I messed up already.
Yeah.
So
And I
fuck
only have
it.
I only have a week of working out, so it's okay. It's not that
I'm gonna
bad.
start next year. Like
Yeah.
yeah, like it's very easy to fall into that trap. So I would say, like, generally speaking, don't wait for the new year. Just try to get in shape whenever you can.
Yeah.
And if you're close to the new year, or you're past the New Year's, right? And then you want to use that like New Year, New Me kind of hype in order to motivate yourself and start exercising, then by all means. But in general, I think not at all. I think I agree with you.
Yeah, you shouldn't be dependent on that motivation that you get from it. And also you gotta like there's a million reasons why, like, you shouldn't be dependent, and why it's just better to just,
Yeah.
you know like, let's take your example, right? Your tire pops, right? Well, at least you have, before your tire popped, you have 2 months of gym under your belt. You look great, you feel great, you already know what it is all about. So it's a lot harder for you to, like, um, get off it, right? Whereas you only had a week.
Hmm.
The whole week you were sore, the whole experience was painful. Oh, so convenient. My savior, my tire popped off. Oh, okay, let's go. You know, and then you just don't do it.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Oh, this is a good question. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
What is a recommended split for a beginner?
I think
What would you recommend? Like a beginner comes to you and says, "Yo, what split do you think would be best for me as a beginner?" Someone, assuming they have access to a gym.
right.
Yeah.
Um, huh. I would say actually, I would say okay. It depends, right? If you have some knowledge of the machines and certain muscles, let's say someone taught you a little bit, I would say push pull leg. Otherwise, I would say upper lower because
Okay.
and this is very interesting because I've always sticked with push pull legs until like last year. Last year I started doing push pull leg and arm and shoulders because I was struggling, and the reason is because I found that push pull leg, um, you know, made it very easy for me to put muscle in my chest, my back, and the midsection, and my legs, but not in my arms and shoulders. Right, I found it super hard, but I think if done correctly, you can do um, you would put a little bit more focus at the end of your workout with arms and shoulders, which is something that push pull legs struggles with, unless you are privileged with genetic.
Yeah, the problem with push pull legs is that it usually focuses a lot on like
Yeah.
compounds and like big muscle groups, except for shoulders
I think
and except for arms.
yeah.
Like it's gonna be like mainly like a lot of like pushing and pulling and legs.
Because most things that I had to do for arms and shoulders were after my chest day, and dude, after benching, I don't want to do anything, right? Like I just want to because I'm trying to grow my arms while also trying to grow my chest, which is not growing. So I'm like right, and then I'm like fuck, I have to grow my arms too from zero from scratch. I'm like no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Like a
Then,
lot of people are gifted because they grow their arms just from that.
yeah. No. I think everyone will grow their arms from that, but there's a point
No,
where
like
you
grow
hit plateau.
enough.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
enough. Not me. Not me. But I think if you want to get started and you want to, get your compounds up, get your chest, your legs, your back, like all of that, like I think for me, I mean, I would suggest people to do upper lower in that aspect because you don't have to think too much about it. You won't be stressing about like oh I have to do my shoulders and arms or whatever after whatever just do like you don't have to be super sciencey. You just know like okay whatever is up here whatever is down here just two exercise here and there you know you don't have to think about it too much. Your exercise selection is a lot simpler, and you don't have to like really like try hard it too much. And then once you like know what your weaknesses are, well, you can change to whatever program you feel is best. For me, that was push pull leg and then arm and shoulder because I could dedicate one day to like just killing my shoulders. Um, I try to have a compound on everything, right? So even on my shoulder and arms day, I do either barbell, what is it called, shoulder press, or the regular press, like with my dumbbells. But because it's so taxing, for me that's a compound.
Yeah.
And yeah, just hit my like very specific muscles that I like. They're very specific to me, right? So like the front, the rear, the sides, and then a lot of volume on my tricep and my bicep, which I cannot afford when I do pull or when I do chest or when I do legs, because yeah, I'm dead in all of them.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think if for me, my recommendation for a beginner, like someone who hasn't touched a gym and wants to start, I think it would be just full body 3 times a week.
Full body?
Yeah.
Oh.
So here's the reason, right? I think that when you said like push pull legs and upper lower, those are like really really good splits. I agree with that. The problem is that telling a beginner to like commit that much, that's a big ask.
Oh, but
That's a big ask.
they listen. They involve like I mean they'll develop like similarly, right? The el tronco, the you know,
Yeah, but like
right?
I'm not thinking about development as much as like consistency.
Consistency. I also think upper lower. It's easier to stay
No,
consistent.
but like I want them to enjoy going to the gym. I don't care too much about like yo, you have to like this is how you'll get like a big chest or like a big shoulder. I don't care too much about that for a
Right.
beginner. As a beginner, you'll grow. You look at the weights and you'll grow. Okay?
But don't you think like full body? You have to do every machine. I mean, you might do it like two sets or one set. I mean that sounds fun. But then, okay, I guess if you want to keep them, yeah, like
Like
it's like a playground.
no, like listen to my reasoning, okay?
Okay.
So basically like the reason is because like we are like gym bros, okay? For us, going 4 times a week is like whatever. But for like a random person, going 3 times a week is already like quite the commitment. So like
Right.
if you tell a person like, oh, like 3 times a week, right? Like imagine you were to say, oh, you gotta do like push pull legs twice a week. That's
No,
six
no, no.
times a week.
But I said not push pull legs unless you know, right? Like so if you know something, then you would be closer to a gym bro, right?
Right.
But
Sure. Yeah.
I would definitely recommend upper lower because it's just so straightforward. Like okay, today is everything up here. Tomorrow is everything down here, right? And you separate the good from the bad. you know?
So would you say like upper lower as in like twice a week or 4 times a week?
You can even do three, bro. If you don't like, if you just do legs once a week. And
Yeah. So like generally for me, I have two reasons. So the first one is like the big ass thing. The second one is it's a good introduction because you get to work out like every single muscle every day. You kind of like have a feel. You start learning. Like you start like
Yeah.
okay, like this is how chest feels like. Okay, this is how like back feels like. Okay, like if I work, I feel my shoulders with this exercise, or if I train my legs, if I do squats, I feel my quads, and so on. Right. Once they like develop a little bit, and once they kind of like understand how to train through a small commitment, which is 3 times a week, they can choose whatever split. Like I think it's a good
yeah.
like
Yeah,
like
it's a good introduction.
place to start.
But I think a lot of people might get overwhelmed with, I have to do every machine in the gym. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess
so,
so. Yeah.
like, because I know people that are just like, oh, fuck, I have to do. But, like, let's say, like, upper, lower, two chest, two back, and whatever they want. That's very straightforward compared to, oh, shit, which one should I do? Because I know people that have tried the full body
Uh huh.
indirectly. Like they didn't say, I'm gonna try full body. No, they just said like I just started doing like whatever in the gym, right?
Yeah.
But if I only instruct them like, okay, just do anything that you see in the machine that says back or chest today, just do two, and you're done for the day for today, and then tomorrow try two for quads, two for just look at it, the front and the back. I think it's a lot easier, right? Like a dummy would do it.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying. It's just that in my head, generally when you say like upper lower, I'm imagining 4 days instead of three.
Right.
But I guess like you could say like okay, yeah, three is fine. I guess like you would do like one like two upper, one lower, or two lower, one upper.
No. Two upper and one lower.
Yeah, like 'cause-
Even I would even say that upper lower, I would feel like if this people like if this person isn't like, let's say this person doesn't have that much experience and is not that knowledgeable, but he's really committed and he's really focused, I would even say that this person can do it twice a week and he'll be fine. Like Saturday, Sunday, and really focus and really try to learn those 2 days.
yeah,
Pretty decent.
like the reality is that for beginners, it doesn't matter really what you do as long as you enjoy the process, and as long as you stay somewhat consistent. I think you will
Yeah.
see
The beginning.
results. Yeah,
The
you will
be-
see results. Like you'll honestly like just go into the gym and look at the weights, and you'll probably grow.
Yep.
Is you don't require that much, and if you're consistent, generally what I've seen is like for most people between 3 to 4 months, that's when they start seeing like, damn, like I can definitely see a difference between now and from when I started. So yeah, you don't need that much as a beginner. As long as you get into it, like honestly, the first 2 years of lifting are like the most fun because that's when you see the most amount of progress.
Yep.
Your body is so primed to grow at this point that like it doesn't matter as much what you do, as long as you're picking the weights up and putting them down, then you're gonna grow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. What
Oh,
do you think the construction workers are so jacked? Yeah.
okay. The next one is a point that we kind of touched on, but basically it's the idea of like discipline, consistency versus motivation, which is basically the idea that like motivation comes and goes, and you shouldn't be relying on motivation in order to be able to do whatever you're supposed to do, but instead rely on discipline and consistency. You know, the day might
Yep.
suck or like you might have a headache or whatever, but try your best to push through. I know that sometimes it's not possible, but
Yeah.
just try your best. As long as you try your best, that's okay. So we can move past that because we already touched on that.
just brush your teeth. You know, some days you're like, no, I don't want to brush my teeth, but you gotta brush your teeth. You know, it's not about how you feel. And, you know, so you know you can wake up one day and you're like, damn, my teeth are super white. I'm gonna brush them. I'm so motivated. Yeah, it's you know.
Oh, that's a good analogy. Like, yeah, take it as as like brushing your teeth. You know, like
Yeah,
yeah, regardless of
it's
whether
a
they're super
lifestyle.
clean or not clean, you're supposed to brush them anyways, right?
Yeah, yeah. And also, you know, like there's an ingredient. What was it? The ingredient that says that it's gonna make your teeth whiter, but then you drink coffee and you get fucked up. What is it called? I forgot what it
Is
was
it
called.
fluoride or some shit?
I think it was something like that. But basically, you need to be super, super, super consistent for your teeth to be white, like they say in the advertisement, or
Yeah,
just get it
yeah.
done. Just hop on.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Basic equipment for beginners, intermediates, and advanced.
Basic equipment.
Yeah, what do you think should be like, or like, yeah, like what do you think would be basic equipment for beginners, lifters, intermediate lifters, and
I
advanced
think the
lifters?
most important thing is a dumbbell. You can do so much with with dumbbells. We used to work with just dumbbells. Have a pull up bar, but I think learning how to do pull ups for most people will take a little bit of time. Um, so hopefully you have some sort of back machine. But even if you don't, you can still build some muscle on your back, decent enough to be noticeable with just dumbbells. I think
Yeah,
dumbbells is so important.
you can do so much with
Yeah,
dumbbells.
and if you, I think I would even say that uh, if you are focusing on isolating muscles, that's when you really, really need machines. But otherwise, you don't really need machines. Uh, yeah, you just you know, and if you're not like a gym bro or you don't know too much about the gym, using dumbbells might or free weights might be the best option for you because you're doing a little bit of everything, you know, and you don't really care about like that little rear delt that you have, you know, or your calves or whatever, you know. Um, you can just lift the weights and get bigger, you know, over time.
Yeah, I think that for beginners, you probably don't need that much. Like you can do push-ups, learn how to do like a proper push-up,
Yep.
do how to do like leg raises or sit-ups, uh, learn like go to a park and do pull-ups,
You can do
dips.
yeah, you can do so many things with just dumbbells and some
Yeah,
body weight.
if you want to get like fancier, like yeah, get dumbbells, get bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you don't really
To be
like.
honest, to be honest, look at the people that do calisthenics. Their bags are crazy.
Yeah, they're very big. The problem with calisthenics is very interesting because you find a way to basically like train every single muscle.
But
My problem, my problem with calisthenics is that it's very hard to progress.
yep.
Like at some point, like you're doing like 50 push-ups, like what the fuck are you doing? Like it's such a. I honestly
No,
think.
or you hit a planche, right? And then you hit the better planche. Like,
But like going from going from a push-up to a planche is like
super hard. I know. But yeah, that's the also like another thing that it's hard about calisthenics is that number one, it's hard to progress. So the route that you're going through, like you're not gonna progress a lot. And then once you hit that milestone that is supposed to help you a lot, this exercise, you unlock this exercise that is gonna change your life. Uh, well, I would say you're very prone to injury. Number one, which I'm very scared of. And number two is, dude, getting to that milestone. I don't think I'll ever touch. I don't think I've ever touched any milestone
Yeah.
in calisthenics.
Like I feel like if you were to like visualize a graph when it comes to like progress for like a regular gym goer, it would be like this, right?
Yeah.
Like this.
Yeah, because everything is already made easy for you.
Yeah, you just have to add like a little bit of weight to the bar.
Yeah.
Or like do an extra rep. Like it's like simple. Like it's kind of like on average. Like obviously there's like good days
The
and bad days,
setting.
but like on average it's like this, right? But then for calisthenics it's like, and then there's like a wall, like, and then like, and then like this,
Yeah.
and it's like impossible, like to
Yeah.
get over that wall.
Yeah. Yeah. I think specific people are built for calisthenics. It's just not for me.
Yeah.
Just and not because it's any worse. I would say if you can do calisthenics like to the max level, congrats, you're like an athlete. Like you're like crazy. But I just don't think I can I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm gonna stay consistent to that, and I don't think I'm gonna find it easy to progress on that.
Yeah.
Not just easy, like uh realistically doable.
Yeah.
Like I think I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, and like, the more advanced you are, the more equipment you would potentially need, just
Oh,
because like obviously you master the basics, right? Like
Parallels,
yeah, like you start like you like at some point, like if you're an advanced lifter or someone who is like really really in shape, right? Like if you were to ask like every single like advanced person, like they can all do push-ups, they can all do pull-ups, right? Like at that point you just need like more sophisticated equipment to keep progressing, or like at least help with the progression. um, Generally speaking, obviously there are like small exceptions here and there, but I think in general, as a beginner, and again you don't need that much. As you become more advanced, the demands that you uh, need to keep progressing, it just becomes bigger and bigger. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I have here training for different goals: strength, size, endurance, and weight loss. Specifically in the context of like uh, getting in shape for the New Year's.
It was what, strength, weight loss.
Strength, size, endurance, and weight loss.
I think, when you are doing endurance, you are indirectly doing weight loss, and when you're doing strength, you're indirectly doing size.
Yeah, so they're all like interlinked in a way. So first of all, right, like these are all technically different goals. Um, Strength, size, endurance, and weight loss. So like depending on what you're interested in, you might choose a different goal, but all of them are going to be related to, becoming better and pushing yourself as a New Year's resolution. So strength, I guess we can like give a piece of advice for each one of them.
Okay.
Okay, I'll start. Strength. I think you just like strength is a skill. I think you just need to learn how to lift heavy with proper form, and then aim anywhere between 3 to 5 reps. Yeah, that's basically it for strength. For size, again, I think I uploaded a short, basically talking about gaining muscle, which is two most important things are progressive overload, so adding weight to the bar, and two would be proximity to failure, so getting close enough to failure to stimulate your muscles to grow. For endurance, it's going to be kind of like a skill, where you need to train yourself and specifically your heart to be able to pump blood consistently over long periods of time. So whether it is cycling or swimming or running, or rowing, anything that
That makes your heart rate go up.
yeah, your heart rate go up for a long period of time, and the longer you do it, the better. That's why when you see like marathon runners, right, like they can do for a long time. That's because
I think I learned this.
they have like really good
I
endurance.
think I learned this in P. Like it was something like, or weight. No, I think it was a weightlifting class. And they tested us and everything. There's there's what is it called? The aerobic exercises.
Yeah. So there's three different sources of energy. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Aerobics exercise, static, like all of that is like very important, right?
Yeah, well, it's not like super important, but like there's like three different sources of energy.
Yeah.
You need to understand them in order to know like what's happening when you're lifting or when you're performing exercises. Uh, oh my god, I took the I studied for the personal training certification and I learned all of that again. But it was basically like the first one is just using ATP, so whatever energy you have like stored up. The second source of energy is anaerobic energy, so I think it's mainly going to use like glucose that you have stored in your blood. And the third one is going to be aerobic. So once you deplete all of those sources of energy, you start using oxygen, and that's why you're like out of breath, right? Because your body's demanding more oxygen.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, those are like the three sources. If I remember correctly, I might get some things wrong here and there, but that's from what I remember. That's what it was. Yeah, so for endurance, it's going to be mainly like oxygen because it's an exercise for a prolonged period of time. So yeah, as long as it's a skill. You have to train specifically for that type of performance. And weight loss is going to be calories, 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 calories. Okay. Uh,
Yeah.
as long as you are obviously, we're all assuming that you're trying to eat healthy. So you have your protein, fats, and carbs at a moderate rate, and then you are hitting all your macros. So that's like your vitamins, your minerals, you're drinking water, you're sleeping well. Uh, as long as your calories are lower, you're gonna lose weight. Okay, you can't make something out of nothing. Okay, like if you're losing energy, like you're gonna have to like spend it from somewhere, and most of the time it's gonna be from fat. Um, so yep, as long as your calories are lower, your calorie consumption is lower than your expenditure, then you should be losing weight. Okay. What are your tips, or do you agree with me on all of them?
I agree. Yeah, in all of them. But let me see if I can add it to anything.
Sure.
Um. Okay. So you said strength was a skill. Three. What is it called? 3 to 4 reps, right?
3 to 5 reps. Yeah.
3 to 5 reps. Yeah.
Yeah. Lifting
That
heavy
is
because
true.
it's a skill.
That is true. Yeah, and then you said the most important thing. I just want to emphasize because you said it in a way that it was like it was said, but I want to emphasize.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
before you start lifting heavy at all, or before you start lifting at all, focus on your form 100%.
Form and technique.
Yeah, like I don't care how much you can lift if your form looks like a capital A, like when you're benching, like that's disgusting. Um, or like an N, like that's
Yeah.
very disgusting. um, yeah, you shouldn't completely break your form in order to gain more strength because at the end of the day that's gonna catch up to you. Another thing is like it's very different when you're like you're doing a lot of reps and then you break your form a little bit. That is still bad, but not as bad as breaking your form with a weight that you can only do 3 to 4 times. You're dead.
Yeah.
You're dead, or you will be dead soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Size.
size. Yeah, I agree. I mean, honestly,
The
just
two main things that I talked about,
just
right?
just you know, try to endure the burning. I'm gonna break it down in a very caveman way. Just try to endure the burning. If and once you go past the burning, you're gonna realize that your muscles deactivate. Like they don't work anymore. They don't move. They don't receive the signal. Yeah, and that's when you reach failure. Once you do that like a couple times, you'll know you reach failure. So you'll know how to leave some reps in reserve, or how to hit failure at least.
Yeah.
These are just tips for you in order to know how to properly train, and when it comes to intensity. Um, there's endurance. I think endurance is also a skill. It's similar to it's similar to strength.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you just have to do it, and in a way, yeah, it's different, but it's similar in the way that it's a skill and you just have to like stick with it. and just kind of like push through. So it's similar to both strength and size. You know,
Yeah.
when you're like at that burning point, just stick with it. Just stay. But it's also like similar to strength because of the
Skill
skill
aspect.
aspect.
Yeah.
Yes. Weight loss. I think weight loss. Look, just because your stomach says, "Oh, I'm okay," no, this can get out of context. But for me personally, okay, I think, or I find myself that I can control very easily. When I have these things in mind, how much I eat, right? So if I'm hungry, right, and I know I've already hit my goal for the day, and I don't want to eat, maybe I can eat a little snack or but if I find it completely unnecessary, like don't do it. Just go to sleep. Just get productive. Do something. Use that fuel that your body is giving you. Like, hey, like go out and hunt. Go out and get some food. Go out, like, use that energy to do something else, or sleep, or whatever. Or do whatever you said you were gonna do and you never did. That's a good time. Um, because because the
Wait,
next, huh?
what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to say that if you can push through once, the next day your stomach will be like more used to it. It'll know, like, hey, I don't actually need to eat. I'm not gonna, and it's not gonna annoy you as much as like last time, right? And I think it happens like it's the same thing when you want to eat a lot. You no, I can't eat no more. Push your limits like 3 times, and you'll see
Yeah.
your new standard. It's gonna be like so much higher. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say like also like for weight loss specifically, right? Obviously, hunger is like like annoying thing, right? Especially like if you're trying to lose weight. Um, I think that something important to keep in mind is that you need to understand yourself and understand your body, right?
Yep.
There are plenty of people out there who are gonna give you like tips in order to like lose weight. All you need to know is the technical aspect, which is the calorie portion, right?
Yep.
Whatever strategy you think is going to work for you, right?
Yeah.
Then you can employ that strategy and see if it really helps you. So for example, like personally, right? For me, when I was trying to lose weight, like a few years ago, something that I did a lot was eat spicy food, right? And now there's no like actual like scientific whatever
Yeah.
thing that explains like, oh, spicy food actually helps you lose weight. No, no, no. Like there's none of that. But the reason why it helped me was because number one, I would eat like very very spicy, so like I would have to drink water, right? And then if I'm drinking water and filling my stomach with water, I'm gonna be full more easily.
Yeah.
So that was like one strategy. Now for some other people, it might not work, right? They might eat spicy food and stimulate their appetite a little bit more and want to eat even more, right? So
Yeah.
it just depends. It's just like understanding yourself and understanding how you react to different strategies, and then seeing like how that works for you. That's it. That's all it is.
And also understanding the calorie in, calorie out thing. Once you know that, you can create any strategy that works for you. Because we're assuming that you know yourself, right? So you're like, okay, when I eat steak, I generally get super full. Whereas when I eat a salad, or I don't know, like fried rice, I don't get as full, right? Then eat steak. Then eat steak and drink more water, or whatever. Uh, Last tip for weight loss, I would say just take it easy, take it slow, keep it consistent. There's so many more benefits from going down slowly than fast. So yeah, start in November.
I don't know.
Start in November.
It's a bit late for that, but
No.
start right away.
Start right now. Start right now. Start
Right
now.
away, right
Start
away.
now.
Okay.
What I meant to say is don't wait till a certain
To the
date.
new year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Here's an interesting one. Okay.
Mm.
Do you think there are any differences in training between guys and girls?
Are we talking about like routines or genetically speaking?
No, 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 no. Like I'm talking about like you have a guy who
Uh-huh.
wants a certain physique, right?
Yeah.
And you have a girl who wants a certain physique. So
Yeah.
think of like the ideal physique for a
Yeah.
guy for the regular guy. No, I'm not talking about in the gym industry, in the fitness industry, like
Yeah.
the C bums or
I
whatever.
know.
No, no, like the general like beach body. Okay.
Yeah.
And I think about like uh, the general like fit girl that most girls aspire to be.
Okay.
Do you think there's like any like differences when it comes to like training?
Of course.
Okay, go on.
Um.
Well, like okay, so I'll tell you my stance. I don't think so, but you can go.
There's a
you can-
difference.
Like I don't think there's a difference.
Yeah. No, I think generally speaking, you are gonna be more attracted to what you want to build. You know. So in my case, it's any of my weaknesses, right? But let's say I'm a general, like I'm a random dude, right? And and I don't know anything about fitness, but I really want to get into it, and I want to look like Baywatch, right?
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys on the beach, right? Yeah, I'm probably gonna want to get some abs, get some chest, get some shoulders, right?
Right.
Not really back, you know. It will probably come with it somewhere. But my main thing is like I want the girls to look at me from the front, right? And then for girls, I think I've talked to a lot of these girls that don't know like much about fitness, but they try to go, right? And when they tell me about their experiences, they really, really like lower body. And I know most girls, even in the gym industry or whatever, they still like legs better. But it's just, I don't know. It's just, you know, they'll do like even if they don't know anything about it, they'll see, oh, anything legs because they want that booty, right? They're like, all right, anything legs, the abductors, the inside of the leg, the outside of the leg, the sus machine, all of that, right?
The good girl, bad girl machine.
Yeah, and then they're gonna do everything, right? They're gonna do everything, especially hip thrust, you know, or the cable thing where they put it on their.
The kickbacks.
Yeah, the kickbacks. You know, they see that on Instagram, they're gonna want to do that. Yeah.
Oh well, like
I think there's a misunderstanding. I think. Wait, you were asking like
I'm asking like think of like
their routine.
Like basically like
Okay.
think of like well not exactly the routine. So like
Okay.
let me think how to like
Is
word
there-
this. So like think of a guy like a fit guy.
Yeah.
Like a random fit guy, and then think of a random fit girl. Okay.
Okay.
Like balance, not like the guy only cares about upper body and no legs. Like just balance. Like
Yeah.
you train every single body part for like twice a week. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the girl does too. Okay. Like, do you think that in order to get to that endpoint for a girl and a guy, like the training that they have to do is like different?
No. But I think there's a difference. Like the okay, to get to that point, no. Okay.
Okay.
But I do think that each one is different.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because I mean I can work as much as a girl. Like let's say me and this girl, we're gonna have the same routine, right?
Yeah.
I feel like her legs are gonna grow in proportion to her body. They're gonna grow, or they're gonna look
So-
bigger
Oh, yeah. It was not focused.
than me.
Yeah.
Because I think there's is there anything like the well, I will tell you what I'm sure about, right? I think she's gonna be way more enthusiastic about training legs, so that my muscle connection
In general,
that
right?
that proximity to failure. But then I don't know if there's like an actual like scientific part to it.
Yeah.
I think
So
there
like
is.
the way that I'm thinking about it is like, generally speaking, for the type of training that you want to do, like if you want to grow your back or you want to be generally fit, right? Like whether you're a guy or girl training your back is gonna grow.
Yes.
Like from the same exercise,
Yes.
it's gonna grow, right? And so like if you look like the ideal balanced
Yeah.
fit guy, an
Yeah.
ideal balanced fit girl,
Uh-huh.
right? Like I think the routines are gonna be like the same.
Yeah.
It's not like you train squats for a girl and a guy, and then like
Well,
it's gonna react differently.
I think if you, okay, so if the question is, you know, to look like that, can both like use the same routine? Yes. Will they? No. I don't think so.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
I'm not. I'm talking about from an ideal way.
Okay.
Yeah, like, yeah, like muscles are muscles. Like quads are quads.
Yeah, it's
Like
just
back
tension
is
on the
back.
muscle, right?
Yeah,
Just
like biceps are biceps, right? Like they're gonna grow. Like if you wanna grow your bicep, do bicep curls or like any type of like curling kind of like,
yeah,
yeah, and then it's gonna work for both, right?
yep.
Yeah. So I don't think there's any general like difference. The difference is gonna lie from like basically like genetics. Even if it takes the same routine to get there, I think it takes longer for girls to get to that point. Yeah, of course. I mean, like, well,
I think there's also the
hold on,
testosterone part, right?
hold on. Even if it takes the same, even if it takes the same routine to get there, I think it takes longer for girls to get to that point. It depends on what point we're talking about. So if we're comparing the final point for the guy and then the final point for a girl, it should be roughly the same because the ideal body type for a girl is going to be way smaller than the ideal body type for a guy, right?
Yeah. In terms of
Training
muscle.
during your ovulation phase is going to be different from training during your luteal phase. Yeah, that is true. That is a variable that girls have to contend with.
Wait, but is she saying like getting to the girl standard is gonna be a little bit harder, or is she saying like matching the guy standard as a girl?
So like, so there's different things going on here. So like number one is like because the endpoint for both the guy and the girl is going to be different. So
Yeah.
technically speaking, it should be like roughly the
Yeah,
same
yeah,
time.
yeah.
But because girls have to deal with like the periods, right, where the
Uh-huh.
hormones are like
Yeah.
basically going crazy,
Yeah.
that could actually kind of like pull back into like the amount of time
You know what I've, you know what
that
I've,
it takes for a girl to get there.
you know what I've heard. I remember I overheard this conversation, but this girl who was like, back when I was in high school, this girl who was like a crazy, like gymnast, right? Gymnast, right?
Oh, the ones that go in the
Gymnastic,
rings.
yeah, all of that. Yeah, she
Oh.
was super lean. She had like iron like abs. Like I've seen them. They're crazy. But basically, she hasn't had her period like for 2 years, and it was because she was so lean.
Yeah.
And whatever. So
It's
that
common.
that kind of like was easy for her. Like it was better for her because she could like, train all the time.
Yeah,
but then I don't know how healthy that was.
Yeah, of course it's not healthy,
It's
right?
just
Like if your body is so like fucked that it doesn't even prioritize reproduction, then it's like yeah, something is wrong. Yeah, like a lot of athletes, especially like gymnasts, like people
Yeah.
who are like Olympic level, like when you get to that level, like nothing is really healthy anymore.
Yeah.
Even if you're talking about exercise, right? Whether it is bodybuilding, powerlifting, gymnastics, even
You're doing performance.
yeah, like you're like just performing at that point, and anything that goes to those extremes in order to be the best of the best is not long. It's no longer healthy anymore, right? Like look at the top bodybuilders, right? All of them are lean as fuck with body dysmorphia and a ton of gear, right? Look at power lifters with like 10,000 different injuries during their lifting career, and then they're like fat as hell. So like a lot of times at that point, like yeah, it's just not healthy. I mean, it's a
It's
trade off.
cool.
It's a trade off that you can pick, right? Like you
Yeah.
can be like, okay, you know what? Like I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of my health in order to like increase my performance at a specific sport that I like, but just understand that there's something that you
You're
need
trading.
to give out, yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, yeah, I think that like going back to what we're talking about, I think for girls, it might take a little bit longer because obviously like their period is like something that is a variable that they need to take into account. Um, but generally speaking, in the long term, it should be roughly the same. I think like to get to like the ideal point of like what a girl wants and an ideal guy ideal point of what a guy wants, like it should be roughly the same time. For a girl it might take a little bit longer because of that variable, but generally speaking in the long term I think it should be the same. um, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. um, okay, let's talk about personal goals we have for this year. Okay, so if you're in the chat, you can like type them, and then we'll read them, and then we'll see like how much we match. Okay, so like let's start with you. What
Also,
are like what are your personal goals for this year?
for me,
Yeah.
just improve anything that I see I can improve.
Is there anything specifically that you want to like improve that you
Anything
want to prioritize? I guess.
that I want to prioritize. Studying. Yeah, I think.
No, no, fitness related. We'll
Oh,
talk about
fitness?
like
Oh,
other
okay,
things
okay,
later.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
Fitness related. Maybe some more strength. I think. I think when it comes to like bodybuilding, I don't find it that hard. It sounds so privileged, but I truly don't find it that hard. Like for me, it's very easy to be fat or skinny, just transform. And then if I see like a body part that I'm like, it's not growing, I can just isolate it. Like I've built a program where I have everything isolated, so I just put a little bit more work on that and priority, and it just happens.
Yeah.
But strength, I've tried to put a lot of priority, and it doesn't happen. So I'll try doing that first,
Okay.
and then try to, reach that dream physique.
Yeah.
But first, strength. I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think for me, I don't care too much about strength. I do think it's cool.
Yeah.
So every now and then I do try it just to see, like, oh, am I able to do this, right?
But uh-huh.
But I mean, like generally speaking, I do want to increase the amount of weight that I lift.
Yeah.
But I don't care about like, oh, like what is my 1 rep max about a specific lift. So I only test it like once a year just to see, like, how much I've improved. So for strength, I don't necessarily have a goal. Although I will say I do want to. Although I think I achieved it already, but I want to get to the 1,000 pound club
Oh.
thing, where like your deadlift, your bench, and your squat, if you sum up like all three weights, it should get to like 1,000. And then I think I've achieved it already, but I need to still test my deadlift to see. So that's the first one. The second one is when it comes to size, I don't have a specific muscle that I want like bigger or whatever, but I do want to gain weight.
Okay.
So like I'm currently like I think I'm like 173, but I'm like fairly lean. So like I want to get to like 180, which is what I said last year, and I didn't even get close. Well, like I was 170 and I gained 3 pounds, but that's it.
I think just lean bulk it.
Bro,
Just
I
lift.
try, bro. You got
No,
full.
but you
get
need
too
to eat
full.
more, bro.
I
Just
try
drink
to
your
eat
calories.
more,
Just
bro.
drink your You know what you need to do? You need to like buy some milk tea or something and just sip on it while you watch YouTube. You won't feel it, bro. Or just soft drinks.
No, but the problem is like if I'm snacking throughout the day, right? I don't feel the urge to eat a meal afterwards. Bro, you're privileged, bro. You say, "Oh, easy for me to be fat, easy for me to be skinny, bro." I can't do that.
It is very easy.
I can't do
I
that.
promise. I promise. Like I'm very disciplined when it comes to like eating less, and then I really like eating too. so when I want to get skinny, then I also study a lot, so I don't have time to eat. When I want to get fat, then I hang out with my friends every day. Yeah. Yeah.
Not a specific New Year's resolution, but trying to not work for 10, 12 hours straight while working in my desk job. Maybe doing a 30-minute Apple Fitness workout in the evening before going back to work. Yep, that's good. I mean, like, if you're working a 9 to 5 or 10 to 12 hours, not even a 9 to 5, but like if you're working like any type of like desk job where you have to like sit for long periods of time, it's always good to just stand up and
walk.
like take a walk or like do some exercise here and there, even if it's like small things.
Yep.
And even good for like your eyes, right? Like I think I remember going to the optometrist and then she told me that like if you're studying and looking at the computer for too long,
Yep.
you just need to like rest your eyes for like 20 seconds every like 30 minutes or something, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, like it's just it's better to stay active.
I think it's also good for your focus. I mean, in my experience, when I was studying in the library, like this year for my finals, I would find myself like there, doing homework, studying for like 5-6 hours, straight. Bro, I can't do that. Yeah, like I to be honest, I had to like, in order to stay focused, I had to like walk around. I did a puzzle. I would stand up, go to the like puzzle in the library, and start doing that puzzle. I also snacked every now and then, just walk around. Uh, the hospital, like it was like the hospital, the library in the hospital that I was staying in.
Wait. Oh, I think Nick is gonna join the
And
stream.
that really helped me with staying focused and staying and feeling healthy. I didn't feel like shit. You know, and I also completed a puzzle after many years.
What are you talking about? The puzzle? What?
Yeah. So I started walking around, like after like every single like I'll reach like small like milestones, right? So I'm like, okay, after I study this chapter, I'm gonna get up, walk around 20 minutes, and I'm gonna play with the puzzle or whatever. I would just
Oh
do
yeah,
that
yeah,
shit,
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Just
that's
walk
good.
walk
Yeah.
around, get some blood flowing,
Yeah.
all that.
Accounting busy season. Yeah. Honestly, like right now, from January all the way to like April is gonna be a nightmare. I know that. Oof. Okay. Let me just set up everything to make
I sent you the request.
to bring Nick to the
Nick.
to the stream. Send the link for Henry too.
Oh, okay.
The link?
No, the friend request.
Oh, the friend request.
Or no, he can invite him. So call
Oh,
Nick.
wait, no. He wants the link to the stream.
Oh, okay.
Um. Okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Wait.
You're struggling, bro.
Where do I find the link?
Just oh my god, bro. Just open up YouTube, bro. You're struggling.
Wait.
Bro, just tell him to look up Julio Yepie, bro.
Yeah, I'm the only one there, bro. Okay, hold on. Yeah, that's true.
Just look it up. Look it up if it works. Okay, so next time he'll know. Just copy it for him. Right click on that.
Bro, is us watching ourselves is struggling. Well, me watching myself struggling. Okay, hold on.
No, it's because you're so used to like the laptop that you can't do this shit. I usually have like a shit ton of tabs.
Yeah.
But with the mouse, it's a little.
Never
bit
mind.
different.
Got it. Okay, I'm still gonna send it just in case. Okay. Are you good for a call?
Nick.
Oh, it's gonna be funny shit, bro.
Oh, finally.
Yo. The three of us should like team up to make content, bro.
No, we need to beat Cantomando, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna be
The new Cantomando here.
The jacked Cantomando.
The Jack version of Cantomando.
Yeah.
Also the tall version, because I think they're all short.
Yeah. Oof.
Nothing wrong with that, by the way. Just like, if
Right.
you're... Henry returns. Pam still sucks at FIFA. What's up, Julio? What's up, Henry? How you doing? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It's so funny that the first thing that he said was like, Nick sucks at FIFA.
Yeah. Just putting some dirt in his name.
Yeah, like the shit talk. Alright, so Discord here, and I'll call him. Yo. Yo, wait, hold on. I think...
Oh, I think you turn
You
off
hear
this
me?
one and then
Yeah, I can hear you.
put your
Can you hear me?
Discord. Wait, do this. Hold on.
Yeah, I know, gotcha.
No, pop it on a different window and put it here. Like you see that? No, hover. No, hover.
Here?
Yeah, no, left. That pop out, and then put it over here so the chat doesn't show. And you just do it like that, and then put it full screen.
Oh.
Yes, and then share that.
Wait, couldn't you get the link from this?
Oh
Wait, hold on.
Three
Wait, where's your
dots.
camera, bro?
no, I don't think you can.
It's gone.
If
Wait, what? What do you mean it's gone?
he's trolling.
Okay.
Oh, damn. With a pink background?
Yeah,
Damn.
you're really feeling that energy, huh? Wait, share that. No, no, no,
No,
no.
no, no. I'm trying to
Sorry,
get a.
calls.
I'm trying to get the link for this call.
You can, but if you do it from the browser, if you open up Discord from the browser,
Oh damn.
that's okay.
Okay, okay. So let me just share this and hold on.
No, 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 Nick, don't change it.
Stay there, bro. Don't move.
Yeah, keep the same energy, bro.
Let's see. In a pink, it'll be this one's
Wait,
pink.
hold on. How
I
do
think
you?
it's nice.
Oh yeah, they can see it here, right? Yeah, it's right there, right? Hold on. Let me move the OBS over here.
Yeah, no, just put it in full screen. Put this shit in full screen.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
All right.
Alright.
Oh no no.
Oh
No,
wait, no,
because
no.
the
I need to.
chat.
Yeah. Hold
I'll
on.
put the chat, like half chat, half
Hold on. Get rid of this, right?
Yeah.
And then. Yeah, it should be good, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you want to do like wait?
For-
What do you mean half chat?
Half chat, half the list.
Half chat, half the list.
Dude, how many viewers we got here?
What?
Wait, what?
How many viewers?
I don't know, bro.
How many viewers we have?
I don't know how many viewers. I think it should be like 2 or 3.
Nick.
LBC. Yeah. Wait. Are you smiling?
Nick. Yo, Nick, I've been watching your videos. They're pretty good. Congratulations for the
It's alright.
7 days of staying consistent.
Yeah. I broke my streak today.
Huh?
Oh yeah, he broke the streak today because he
I broke the streak today.
Yeah,
What?
he did 7 days. So yeah, that's the challenge. There's no more.
7 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
The challenge is over. Now we're gonna get into the juicy stuff.
what juicy stuff. But no, but the
Maybe.
quality looks good. You have a shit ton of like B-roll. Like what the fuck? How much storage do you have? Because I know some of them are.
My
old.
phones from
Yeah. How much storage
it's
do you
all
have on your
from
phone?
here. Dude, I've been using the same B-roll for all the videos, pretty much.
That's not true.
There's different parts of the same video. But let me see.
Wait, hold on. For the chat, if Nick's audio is like too low or too high, just let me know. Because last time it was kind of fucked. Oh yeah, talk, speak.
Who said that?
Oh, let me check from my phone.
Hello.
No, I think your audio is fine. I just don't
Hello.
want it to be like too loud.
Oh.
Cause like last time when we were
200,
200 what?
256, 256.
I don't know what you're talking about.
256.
Oh, like are you talking
My
about like
whole
the storage? Oh yeah. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, like before you join, we're talking about New Year's resolutions, okay, and like fitness related questions about like people who want to try to like get in shape for the new year for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any?
Hit 225 this year.
to what?
Hit 225 bench.
Okay.
225.
You think you got it
By summer.
by summer?
By summer, I got it.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
Easy.
Okay, the real
Can
raise
we
is
begin?
245 now, because he already touched it. He won again. You're gonna let him win again?
Yo, you're so behind, dude.
Yeah, I'm studying, motherfucker. You're unemployed.
So?
That's all.
I'm not employed. I'm not employed, dude. What the fuck?
Huh? Bro, I'm fighting. I'm
unemployed.
fighting. I hate studying. Bro, it's in my face. Ah, no. Homework. A bunch of classes that I don't give a fuck about. Bro, come on, bro. It's not fair. We're,
Let's do fast tracking.
huh?
Fast
Take
tracking.
more courses so you finish the year.
No,
Bro, he can barely handle the courses that he has to take. You want him to take more?
No, bro. Like,
It has to be over with school, no?
like the
Oh.
funny thing is, most of the time I know what to do, but dude, I get so fucking lazy. I'm like, I know what to do. If I only had like people that could help me and just do it for me, I'll tell them what to do though. I'll tell them what to do. I know what to do. It's just so time
So
consuming.
you're-
It's very time consuming.
Your helper.
Huh?
What? Your girls?
Bro.
It's
Your
a
helpers, your helpers,
new
your
new
helpers.
new
Your friends,
new
your
year,
friends.
new me.
New Year, new me.
It doesn't work like
Shut
that
up.
anymore. I don't have
New Year, new
I don't have
me.
Santa's helpers anymore. It's just Santa Claus now. It's just me. No more, no more.
That's you.
Yeah, it's just me,
You
bro.
be more independent. You got it. Got it.
Yeah, bro. I'm a strong, independent. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, we're going over like a bunch of different things, like frequently asked questions about like related to New Year, New Me, specifically on fitness. So for example, what is the best time to work out if you're working a 9 to 5? Is the start of a new year the perfect time to get in shape? What is the recommended split for a beginner? Discipline versus consistency. Basic equipment for beginners. And yeah, just like basic questions that usually come up if you're trying to get in shape for the new year or as a new year resolutions, right? Do you have like if you have any questions, I can try to answer. So, for example, for you, if you want to get 225, as someone who hit it already,
Oh
I
shit!
can tell you, bro.
Bro. Let me ask you a question.
Yo,
How long
he's
did it
funny,
take
he's funny.
you? How long did it take you? Like,
Bro, it took me like 2 3 years, bro.
I don't think you're qualified, bro.
Bro, wait. My arms are long. I'm a tall guy.
Yo,
Okay, it's difficult for me.
Oh.
yeah.
Sa-
Yo, I
Sounds
think
like
he's
a
working
like
on
a
it.
sounds like a struggle that I want to have.
Okay, then you guys, how much you guys deadlift? And when would you get that four
Wait.
plates?
Hold on. I touched 3 plates without that.
Touched.
Hey, I touched 3 plates by working out 3 months, bro. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You gotta.
I touched 2.5 the first time I deadlifted.
That's gay. That's really like.
For reps, by the way.
4 reps. Yeah, me too.
What the
Wait. To be fair,
Easy.
I also have very long arms for my height. Yeah.
You have long arms.
Yeah. Have you seen me with 2 dumbbells? I look like a monkey, like an actual monkey. Like it looks really bad.
Show.
Oh shit! Wait, hold on. My mic is connected. Hold on. Give me
Bro.
1 second.
It's bad.
So big.
Wait, can you hear me?
Why are you so big?
Can you hear me?
Yes, he can hear you. No.
No.
No, he can't hear me.
What happened?
Give me one
What did he
second. No, cause
Okay,
I think it was
okay,
connected to
okay.
my mic.
do? Oh no, I thought you were
To
doing
my
this.
phone. Sorry, to my
Yeah.
phone. Yeah.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yeah, but it's pretty low.
It's okay. It's okay. Here.
It was fine before. Why you change it?
Oh, input volume here. Boom.
Yo.
What about now?
Can you hear?
Good.
Is it better?
Cause like the mic in my phone got connected automatically.
Yeah, I heard it.
So yeah. That's why. Okay. Anyways, as I was saying, okay, if you have any questions or do you want any tips, I can help you out. Okay. You said you finished the program, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Now I don't know. What should I do now?
Wait, didn't you say you were taking the film course, whatever? How is that going?
Yeah, I'm on the second week. I think it's 4 weeks. So I'm halfway there. Getting to the juicy part.
To the juicy part. Wait, have you implemented
Yeah.
anything new that you learned into the videos that you are making? Because I feel like they're better now.
No, because I just finished the first week of the class, and it's mostly like just like getting you to like post more consistently, and like get used to the idea of like posting and thinking about content and stuff. But that's why I did the 7 day challenge. That was like the thing.
That's pretty
We
good.
did learn some editing and scripting stuff,
Uh huh.
but mainly, I think second week, third week should be more like focused on like how to get more views and stuff like that. How to script your videos
Okay.
so that you get
Oh,
more
like
views,
the
like that.
hooks, all of that, right?
Yeah, the juicy stuff.
You can document your journey, or just
Yeah.
yeah.
Speaking, you should buy the course.
No,
How much is it?
Not sponsored.
how much?
Uh, it's 800 Canadian. I think it's
Whoa,
500
bro!
USD.
I'm not buying that shit, bro. It's too much.
No, dude, but actually it offers a lot of shit. Like it's not just the course. It offers like a Discord community with other like creators. They have weekly calls 3 times a week, like coaching calls. So you can like ask them questions, like how you can improve your edits. They can review your videos and stuff like that. There's also like a channel in the Discord where you can post your videos and ask for people to review it. Some people will review it for you, see what you can improve on, stuff like that. And yeah, it's pretty good.
Look, when I have money, and I don't have school, I will do it just like you.
Oh, you can still do it. You're in school. You should take advantage of that.
Of what? The fact that I have to study for
Making
exams? I can't. I have homeworks and
See?
exams. If it was only
You just
homeworks,
film
that's
it.
one thing. Huh?
You just have to plan it.
No.
Have you seen so many? There's so much college students who make content.
Yeah, there's so
Could
many
be you
college
too.
students that are really good at what they do. They're just really good at studying. It doesn't. It's like me.
No, you
It's
think
like me
so?
in high school, bro. They're doing it like it's me in high school. I can't do that. That type of performance, I cannot do the same level as they do. You know, they're
You can. You can.
bro. I don't even think you could, bro. Like, imagine you're in college, you're studying really hard, trying to get everything like perfect, plus working out, plus learning how to do content. Seriously, do you think you can do that?
It'll be very, very difficult, I think.
Yeah, that's insane, bro.
I mean, not very full time. You can do part time content creation.
Oof. Yeah, I think it would be difficult. Like,
Especially-
okay, like thinking back, right? Like, I think I was very, like, I dedicated a lot of time to school and a lot of time to, like, training. So I'm not sure how much time I would have to, like, content creation. I did try for a little bit, but it was very difficult. I mean, yeah, it took a lot of time, but yeah. I mean, like,
I can see how it's possible, but you have to like be like at least like 50% better than what I currently am at studying.
like if I was willing to give out or give away some marks to like maybe yeah I think I could do it, but it would be very hard. Like I'll be busy like all day every day.
Yeah. I don't know. No, because a lot of the courses I'm taking, they they don't go straight to the point. They need to make money. They'll keep me busy. They won't make it so I can get like free time. They'll just put more homework. I've gotten myself ahead. It doesn't work. Like I can't get away. You know, I'll get like a little bit of time, which is gym, hanging out, whatever. I can't.
Mhm.
I really can't. And I've tried, and trust me, I've sacrificed many times the hangout part to do whatever the fuck I want to do, but it's just not enough time, especially if it's for something like learning a new skill from scratch, and like really putting, you know, like posting and doing this and the Discord community where I have to talk to people, but it's a lot. So after you're asking me to edit, talk to people and like network with them, and then take classes from them, bro. Those are three things I have to do in that little window that I have after college, after gym, after studying. Like, oh fuck no, I'm not doing that. I can't. Physically
Let's say
uncapable.
you actually do take the time to make content and you succeed.
But
You
the
become you get views and stuff.
the
Then
problem
you
is I
can quit
can't.
college.
Oh my god.
No, bro. You still want to have like college in case, like, okay, let's say you get like, you know, good content out and then you get canceled because you get clipped out of
Look.
context, right? Like you still want to have that college degree just in case some shit like that happens, so that you at least you could get a job.
Look, unless
And
I
just
unless I make 2 million or 1 million,
No, but then you would be
I'm
wasting
not
time. Might
quitting.
as well just do it like all of it at the same time.
Yeah. But you can always go back to college. I don't know.
Not necessarily. If you drop out, you have to apply all over again. I think.
Oh, shit.
No.
I
You
don't
can't just be like, "Yo, I drop out," and it's like, "Oh well, now I'm back because whatever I was working on didn't work."
Yeah.
You have to reapply again.
just, dude, you have 24 hours in a day. Just schedule your stuff.
Well, technically just 16 because 8 of those hours you should be sleeping to be healthy.
Okay, let's say 6 to 7 hours to sleep.
Nah,
And
bruh.
then, gym, you don't have to go every day. You need some rest days, okay? So, let's say 4 times a week should be enough. So you have 3 days
Okay.
free of gym.
Look,
You can
okay,
film.
let's say I have 16 hours. Let me tell you what a Monday looks for me, okay? I have 16 hours, okay? Okay, 16.
And then school schedule can be more flexible. You can
Minus
keep your stick
1.5?
as-
Look, minus 1.5 from the gym. Shit. Hold on. 16 minus 1.5, okay?
Yeah.
That's 14.5, right? Then, okay, that's how I start my day. Then, I had, okay,
Minus another 1.5 for all your meals.
okay, minus another 1.5 for all my meals.
Yeah.
Okay, I have 13 hours. Now, Monday, I had 3 classes, right? Each class was, no, it was an hour and a half, an hour and a half, and then it was 2 hours. So,
5 hours.
minus 1.5. Yeah, minus
Yeah,
1.5.
but honestly, content creation,
Minus 2 hours.
it just
Oh, shit. Shit. What did I do?
You got negative 190 hours, bro.
Wait, hold on. No.
yeah.
No. Hold on. So it would be like I would have 8 hours left, right? 8 hours left. Guess what? I have homework. All right, 2 to 3 hours. Okay, minus 2 to 3 hours. Okay. Okay, so let's say like 2.5. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's say this is like at the beginning, so I don't have to study yet. Okay, studying takes another like hour or 2, right? So let's say hour and a half, right? Minus an hour and a half. Guess what? I'm not a fucking robot. I have 4 hours left to do everything else. Like,
Oh, you got a shower.
oh yeah.
But
I mean, shower doesn't
yeah,
take that long.
how long do you think it takes you to do content?
It depends.
Just the editing, it takes a lot of time.
For me, editing it takes a while. Even though I'm not even.
Well, it
that
depends on
slow
like the
with
quality of the
editing.
content too, right? But like if you try to edit longer videos, yeah, it takes quite a bit. Like with the effects, the background
Let's
music.
do like short form. Let's do short form videos.
Didn't you say like 2 hours?
Oh, huh?
Didn't you say 2 hours for like short? For a short?
For a short, yeah, it will probably take me 2 hours, but can't be too complicated. But eventually, I think if I do that 2 hours like every day for like, not every day, like let's say I do those 2 hours like 16 times, I can probably knock it off so easily after. But yeah, it's just currently. You also gotta remember, I'm not a robot, so after all of that, I'm gonna be sleepy. My brain is not gonna function well. Like I'm not gonna be, like I can't. There are things that or ideas that I simply can't think of. Like it literally doesn't cross my mind, and that's a problem. That's a problem, right?
Yeah, I mean like it's doable, but it's just very very difficult.
It's doable if you plan literally everything on the weekend, and you're like, okay, you know. But
Dude, I was making my scripts the same day, the same night I was posting. It's not that bad. Actually, to me, I think.
But
3
the
hours.
thing is, compare. Okay, I understand. Like let's say you're dedicating yourself the same amount of hours that I'm dedicating myself. Like you're as busy as I am on here, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, do you know how much multitasking I am doing over here compared to you, where you're only focused on your content? Bro,
Okay,
it's not the
let's say
same. You're
that's
thinking
more
about
like-
content.
Ooh.
No, listen. You're doing content. You're talking to people about content. You're editing content. You're planning content. You're getting your shit review for content. Come on, you're thinking all about content. Meanwhile, I have to think about 5 or 6 classes completely unrelated to each other, and I have to study, do homework that I never wanted to do.
You don't study every day, dude. You study every day. You don't study
Yes,
every
I have to read the book, the textbook.
Dude, there are ways to get around it. You don't have
Of
to read
course,
the
there
whole
are
book.
ways to get around it, but eventually it catches up to you. That's why you get like you still have to do the right thing. You know, like it's just a lot safer, bro.
I think okay, so I think if you want to get like good marks, you probably need to like spend that much time, like every day study.
Yeah.
There are people who are like super gifted.
Did you study? Did you
What,
study all of it?
bro? You wanna see my report card this semester? You wanna
study?
see my report card this semester?
Tell me.
A minus, A. Oh.
Any proof? Any proof? What's the proof?
Okay. The stream needs to get ready.
Oh shit! Oh
Get
no.
ready. There.
Okay.
He's
let's
actually
see.
gonna pull it out, bro.
Yeah. I'm actually gonna pull it off.
Watching, it's not yet BNSC there.
There's no C's, bro. Wait, I want to hear about your last year of college. How was that?
I don't remember, dude. I actually don't remember.
I don't know.
That's pretty good. I think a couple 80s. Not bad.
The thing is, I didn't get any 80s. Okay?
Oh wait, why did you get such high marks?
Well, I want to get into my major.
Oh, you had to pass it. I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I fucked up the first year of college. I underestimated college. I was being like you told me.
What? What did I tell you? To slack, anything to slack.
Yeah. Hold on. How do I even do this? Oh, view my grades. You're cooked.
It's taking you so long, dude. You photoshopping your marks?
Yeah, no, I'm editing it.
I told you.
No,
I didn't
I just
mention.
don't know how to pull them out in my phone.
Okay, so, you said that this year, no, by summer, 225 by summer. You think you can pull
Yeah.
it off? Wait, summer when? Are we talking about June, July, August?
Let's say end of summer. End of summer. So by the end of August.
End of August. Okay, we'll see.
Ian said I can do it in 1 month if I train with him.
Who said that?
Kian, 1 month is hard. I don't
If
think
you
so.
if you train like a power lifter, 1 month? No.
Maybe
2 months.
Maybe 2 months. Yeah,
2 months,
maybe two
yeah.
months.
I think 2 months is doable.
But like that type of content, no, not content. That type of training is it's a little bit brutal because you actually need to like push really close to like your 1 rep max. So like your joints, if you're not used to it, like you'll start aching here like everywhere basically. So you have to be careful with that. I think the only way forward for you would be like you continue with my program or you can start training with Kian and then go like the powerlifting route. But like that's a completely different type of like training.
You know, I don't want to be so tired.
Yeah.
I think I have a screenshot.
And also like if you have time to like do one lift for 1 hour, like I don't know.
Nah, it's too much. I shoot 3 sets.
Yeah, like
Three
I
sets.
think like 2 to 4 sets. Like usually it's three, but like anywhere between 2 to 4 sets is like enough if your intensity is there.
Yeah.
Like if you're pushing like close enough to failure, 2 sets to 4 sets should be more than enough.
I'm still recovering from my wrist injury. It took you so long, dude.
Boom,
What
boom,
is that?
boom, boom, boom.
Get it,
And
get
I'm
it,
not even
get it.
in like a straight A student, bro. I'm a C straight. A straight C student, bro.
Alright, good for you, dude. Keep it up.
That's
keep
what
it
I'm
up.
saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm physically incapable. Like I'm allergic to anything other than than what I'm currently doing. No, but eventually I'll do like I would do what you're telling me to do when I get like a job. I'll do that, you know, because it doesn't require like after I'll still have some brain, you know. I don't have homework, you know.
You'll be tired after work.
Fuck that, bro. I can be tired, but if I didn't use my brain, I'm chilling, bro. Like I need my brain intact. bro, they make it challenging for your brain. You're like they give you problems and they're not easy, bro. They're not the same as the lecture. They're so much harder. They're like, yeah, struggle, fuck you. Like, it's not the same as like high school where like the same thing that you learn is the same thing that you get as homework. Your homework is 10 to 15 times harder than the lecture. And you're like, whoa, what's going on? Why are the first few problems like like around the same difficulty, and then the last problem of that same homework is like it takes you 2 days. Like, what's going on? You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So dumb. Why would you do that? Huh?
To make you think more.
No, bro, I can't. You see, I can't.
Yeah, I don't know about you, like, but like for me, when I was in university, I remember that a lot of the courses were like in order for you to like pass them with like good grades, it was like a nightmare because you had to do readings before the lecture to like kind of understand what they were talking about. Otherwise, you'll be lost.
Yep.
And then you had to do like problems after the lecture in order to truly understand like how everything works. And then you had to like spend time practicing those problems and the concepts for it in order to be able to like solve difficult questions in the exams.
Yeah, I think it's not just the way that it like I think the way that it's structured makes it hard to retain. Number one, number two, it's very time consuming, so it leaves no room for other things. And number three, it's frustrating, so it makes it so you don't want to do it again, but you still have to do it. And oh, I can't.
You need stress, yo. You need stress.
Ah, bro, don't remind me of school. Like, come on.
Dude, I just went to class, took notes, went home.
Oh yeah, I took notes about something that I really want to do and that I really enjoy. Very artistic, right? Film, right? Oh yeah.
Always
Fuck you, fuck you. And then talk to people about this thing that I really want to do. Yeah. Like it's like me talking about the gym or anything that I like, you know. Or yeah, film. I would love to be in your position. Not really.
School's not too bad, dude. School's not too bad. Just get into your program and then you can relax more.
Wait. Actually, we need to see if Henry spoke or not.
No, he didn't speak. Yeah, I would see it. Yeah.
How would you see it?
You enjoy
Oh, because
Make
it was
it
three.
No, Henry did join. He like as soon as he
Like,
joined, he
look
said,
at this.
"Pam still sucks at FIFA. What's up?" That's the first thing he said.
Gone. Is he gone? Let me
Um,
see. Text him.
Where is it?
wait, let me see. Oh, right there.
Yeah. You see? Yeah.
He's on the stream, but he's watching a tournament.
Oh.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Smash? Yeah. Okay. Um. All right.
Let's do 15 more minutes. Let's go eat after.
Okay. Wait, we gotta go over the videos though. We haven't gone over the videos.
Just leave it for next time.
No, bro, I can't watch it. Okay, so we're planning to like watch Jeff Nipper's videos and then react to them, and then also like Will Tennyson's video. So like, there's one collab that he did with Jeff Nipper,
Oh yeah.
and I didn't watch it on purpose because I wanted to like react
Yeah,
to
I
it.
haven't watched it either.
Should we watch
Oh,
it?
I watched.
Okay.
Watch
I
it right
watched.
now.
Wait, which one do you watch? Both?
I watched the one where they tried the most dangerous exercises, something like that.
Okay. So oh, like the Will Tennyson one, right? The one on his channel.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a Jeff Nipper one that I want to watch. Something about like science lifters are under attack or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see.
I think it's just him. I think people are just attacking him, bro.
I mean, he's like the face of like the science.
If I see someone with I've seen a guy with a notebook, like a.
Oh yo,
Go ahead.
Alvin,
Uh-huh.
on the weekend, the other day I saw your favorite youth influencer.
Is it what, Little Fitness?
Yeah.
Alright.
Doesn't she go to that gym like quite often?
Yeah, she does. We saw her.
Alvin, where's the picture? Show us.
The picture, bro. That's when I was fat, bro.
You look the same, dude. What do you mean?
Huh?
You still look the same.
That's not true, bro. That is not true.
That is true.
You can't say that.
All right, bro. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
No, are you sharing screens?
No, not yet. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, I got a MacBook. Fuck, I'm broke. I'm using Mac.
Bro, you bought a Mac. You bought a camera. You bought a course. Can you buy me a house? Like, this is
Oh, shit.
crazy.
No house for you.
Nick.
You got-
Nick, you should buy a plane ticket here and visit us, and we should have a bomb workout. If you come here, we actually.
I don't have a visa.
Oh shit.
Look at this. 3K.
Wait, how hard is it for you to get a visa?
Can you see it?
I just need to apply. I don't know
I
how
don't know
much
if
it's
you
gonna
will be able to hear. When you share on Discord, do you usually like? Can people usually hear?
I don't know.
All right, play it. Nick, tell us if you can hear.
Sure. Let me blur my background.
All right.
Spending an obscene amount of money on things that are done.
I'm getting back on track.
Yeah, good.
Back to very fresh.
Science-based lifting is when you base your workouts around what the science says is best for muscle growth. It's a relatively new
How
style
long
of
is this
training.
video?
Wait, what?
How long is it? 17 minutes?
Bro, no. If we do 1.5, it'll be faster.
You make it so unenjoyable, bro.
Opposite of the more old school setup.
ADHD, dude.
Science-based lifters optimize exercises
Wait. Don't speak, bro. I gotta hear this
No,
shit.
exactly. Put it 1.25, bro. 1.5 is
Just
disgusting.
put it one. Just put it
No,
one.
1.25 is good.
Okay, 1.25. Okay.
Instead of always pushing their muscles as hard as possible, they push themselves in a more controlled way, hard enough to maximize the muscle stimulus, but not so hard that you create too much fatigue. This is basically how I've trained for the last 10 years, but this style of training is clearly under attack.
The big channels now are all about the science base.
I'm really tired of the whole science-based training movement. I don't think science-based lifting is good, and I don't think it's a good idea.
I'll be honest, I find these criticisms a little frustrating, but not for the reasons that you might think. See, when you search science-based workout on YouTube, I'm the first result. If you search
Wait,
optimal
hold on. I gotta turn on my camera here so that you can see our reaction. Okay.
training on TikTok, it's me again. So you might think these critiques frustrate me because an attack on science-based lifting is basically an attack on me, but that's not why. The real reason that I find these critiques frustrating is that they're not entirely wrong. I actually agree with some of the critiques about science-based lifting. So
Ooh, okay, hold on. Let me think what he's gonna say. He might say something along the lines of some people who are part of the science lifting movement or like group or whatever, they do take a lot of like the principles of like science lifting a little bit too far, and that might prevent them from actually training hard enough for them to like get results. That's my guess, but I don't know.
I think he's gonna talk about like the people who are like creating like random new exercises.
Yeah, like they try to like optimize like absolutely everything.
Like optimize to the fucking like extreme, like, and they're not accepting of like what we like the common knowledge, like the compounds and whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like the problem is like for science, quote unquote science lifting, right? Like, obviously, like you want to believe in science, but there's a lot of nuance behind like every single thing that comes out, and oftentimes because science can get very technical, obviously because it's a whole field of study that is trying to like, especially for exercise science, right? Like you're trying to like get to the bottom of like how to train optimally in order to like maximize results, and it can get like very technical, and a lot of people don't like that because like when it comes to like lifting, it comes down to like an enjoyable activity. And so like when you start getting technical with a lot of like principles and concepts, it just becomes very frustrating. Yeah, people get bored of it and tired of it. That's my guess, but like let's see what he says.
in this video, I want to set the record straight. I'm going to show you all the things everyone thinks are science-based that I actually disagree with. And then I'm going to show you the few things that are truly science-based and that I do agree with. By the end of the video, you'll know exactly which aspects of science-based lifting you need to pay attention to and which aspects you can ignore. All right.
Okay, let's play a game, okay? Before, I'll try to pause every time he says he's gonna agree or disagree, and we can tell our opinion,
Okay.
like whether we agree or disagree, okay? Are you ready?
Yep.
It's gonna take half an hour.
Bro. but it's gonna be a fun half an hour. Okay.
To see.
Okay.
All right, let's start with the most popular science-based lifting advice that slow negatives are better for muscle growth.
Okay. So not necessarily slow negatives, but I would say control negatives. So I would disagree slightly with slow negatives, but I will say that I think anywhere between 2 seconds, isn't it like 2 seconds to 8 seconds? It's like the same thing for a rep. So like if you perform a rep that lasts for 2 seconds and you compare it to a rep that lasts for 8 seconds, it should be the same. So like it's not like the slower your reps, the better. But as long as you're controlling it and not letting gravity do the work, I think it should be like better than not doing that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree with that, but I would say that the most important part about negative reps, slow negatives, would probably be because of risk of injury. That's
Yeah, I think that could be too. But I think that if you are completely fine and yours negative is like 1 second, for example, I think that should be like more than enough.
Yeah. But I think that the main incentive for people should be, should be for the risk of injury, and then
For safety.
for safety purposes.
Yeah.
And then I don't think it makes that much growth, or growth at all.
Yeah.
I would even say that. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Anytime I hear anyone talk about science-based lifting, the first thing I hear
Wait,
is
hold
that
on.
you need to
Nick
slow
didn't
down.
say anything.
Oh, Nick, what do you think?
Yeah.
He said he didn't know, but
Bro, what's the difference between slow and control? If you control, you're still going slowly, no?
well, it depends. No, but like the implication when people say slow negatives are better, meaning that there's an implication that basically like slower is better, but it's not always the case, right?
Yeah.
So like, if, for example, on one end you have like people who do a curl in the concentric, and the eccentric they just like let it like drop. That's probably not good, right? But then would you say it's okay to like control the weight for like 10 seconds? I'd say like that's excessive, right?
Yeah.
But I'd say like anywhere between like 2 to 8 seconds is like the same thing. So like if 2 to 8 seconds is the same thing, you might as well just do 2 because you're saving like 6 seconds per rep.
Yep.
No?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like, I think if you do control, like each rep is control, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna get more exhausted faster, so you'll be able to do less reps.
No, I also, you know what I think it's gonna be good about controlling your reps is about mind muscle connection. You're gonna burn, right?
But like, to be honest, depending on the exercise, I don't think mind muscle connection matters that much. So like, for example, like when I do a bench press or when I do a deadlift, right? Like these are compound exercises that are very heavy. I don't really necessarily like feel my chest until after.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like everything, like every single pushing kind of like muscle, like kind of like tire. I don't necessarily feel my chest squeezing. Like, no, I just try to get the weight up. Yeah, same with the deadlift. So like depends. But if you're doing an isolation, for example, like a bicep curl, I do think that it is important to like feel your bicep, right? You want to make sure that you're not overcompensating with your forearms or your lower back, right? Or you're not swinging, right?
Or lower weight.
Yeah. So I will say like control reps are good. And when I say control reps, it's gonna range anywhere between like 2 to like maybe like 5 seconds. Like I don't think anything more than that actually has any added value.
Good. Let's go.
Down to negative, that part of the lift where you're lowering the weight back down. But do slow negatives actually build more muscle? Well, let's see. The study had people train their biceps with pre-truck rolls for 7 weeks. One group did a normal 1 second negative, the other group did a slow 4 second negative. After 7 weeks, both groups grew the same amount of muscle. The study had people do squats with either a 2 second negative or a slow 4 second negative. Both groups grew the same amount of muscle. And this study had people do leg extensions one leg at a time. One leg used a normal 1 second negative, the other leg used a slow 3 second negative. Both legs grew the same. That's 3 studies showing that a normal 1 to 2 second negative works just as well as a slower 3 to 4 second negative. Now, some of you may object that Mike Israetel preaches slow negatives, and he's an expert.
Slow.
And yes, Mike is an expert, and I value his opinion. So I wanted to give him a call and ask him why.
So, Mike, based on the workouts we've had together, I've gathered that you like to use slower negatives. Could you explain your rationale behind that?
Okay, what is he gonna say? He's gonna say that it's probably better to try to get the same amount of stimulus with like a lower weight, and that way you can prevent like potential muscle injuries, or potential injuries from lifting.
Like on the joints or something, no?
Well,
Yeah.
like either joints or muscles, right?
Okay.
Is that what he's gonna say? I feel like he's gonna say like, yeah, it's better to get like the same amount of stimulus with like lower weight, like get more out of less weight.
Okay.
He's probably gonna say that, right?
Nick.
But then he's probably gonna agree that like it probably doesn't make that much of a difference if you do like a 2-second negative versus like a 5-second negative. No, I don't know. That's my guess. What do you guys think?
We'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
We'll see. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, that's a good question. There are a few layers of rationale. It's a little bit nuanced, and so sometimes I think I get understandably kind of interpreted by other people as like just carte blanche advocating slow negatives. A lot of people will assume that I think there's a direct hypertrophy benefit to them, and I don't think that. But there are some good reasons to use a slower negative. I can tell you, like, okay, slowing down your negative doesn't directly cause any more muscle growth, but it's
Okay.
substantially safer. All of a sudden, it's like, okay, so there's no downside really, but there's an upside of safety. Like, okay, that sounds pretty cool. That sounds like an interesting thing to really think about. The other thing is a lot of people have trouble with a mind-muscle connection. They can't feel their pecs working, their biceps working, whatever their muscle the group they're doing. It's a situation. And the mind-muscle connection does not produce these crazy differences in hypertrophy. But in some individuals, it can produce substantial differences, small but notable ones, and that can help.
Just out of curiosity, like in your own training, how long would you say each negative takes you on average?
2 seconds, maybe?
Really? Okay.
Two seconds.
That's really okay. That's not that slow though.
Well, yeah, it's not. It's just enough to control the load and enough for me to feel pretty safe.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're actually
Okay. So my take was spot on. I think, right?
My take was also not spot on, no?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
say anything, dude.
Huh?
You say something?
Bro!
Roll back the tape. Roll back the tape.
I did say. I talk about what is it called? Talk about mind muscle connection.
And injury prevention. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
there's not as much space
I'm
to do
on
this as
point.
I
I'm a
thought on
science
that.
lifter. Certified science. Certified science lifter.
I think in our workouts, you probably instructed me to slow down because I am new to a lot of the techniques that you guys use.
So I think those are great reasons to use slower negatives, and Mike and I are actually more alike on this than I realized. Even though slowing down a negative can help you rock in your technique better, for sure, I think we both agree that controlling the negative is the most important thing. It doesn't necessarily
Oh
need to be
my God, Jeff, hire me to write your scripts. Okay. I clearly know exactly what you're talking about. Okay, I exactly predicted that. Control negatives are more important than slow negatives. Oh my God.
super slow. This year, I was an author on a scientific review of optimal lifting technique. We found that as long as each rep lasts 2 to 8 seconds in total, you're good. So here's what you need to know. If your negatives last less than 1 second, they're too fast. You should slow them down and control the weight better. If your negatives last 1 to 7
You know what? I actually watched it.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, because I'm predicting everything, I actually watched it. I just lied because I wanted to watch this video and brag about how much I know.
seconds or so, you're in the sweet spot. In this zone, I think it's up to your personal preference how slow you go. But if your negatives last 8 seconds or longer, they're probably too slow, and you'd be better off speeding them up a bit. So I'm not quitting on slow negatives altogether, but I am putting the idea that you need to go really slow to maximize hypertrophy. Another very popular science-based trend involves technique tips and tweaks. The idea here
His arms are so big. Goddamn.
Technique tweaks. I don't know what he means by that.
Oh, he talks about. I think he's gonna talk about like, oh yeah, no, your technique's not perfect because you need to do this.
Oh, like, yeah, you need to like, I think when it comes to form technique, there's actually a lot of like variability. It's not like there's one specific point where like that's the perfect
Because
technique.
your anatomy. Can
There's
be
a
different.
range. There's a range of perfect technique that might work differently for different people depending on like your leverages or like how you're built.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
here is that you modify exercises in a specific, science-based way, and you'll build more muscle. I use some of these little tips and tweaks myself, like setting the seat back on leg extensions, staying in the stretch half on calf raises, and raising the cable height on lateral raises. But it goes well beyond that. You cannot open social media without being flooded with a new spin on a common exercise. So the question is, are these tips and tweaks actually science-based? And how much of a difference do they actually make?
My guess is like no, and then
Because
not
there's
not
no
much
evidence.
difference.
There's no scientific evidence, right?
Yo, don't give me so many ads.
The life-changing performance.
I think it depends on the specific tip in question. Some of these tips do work and are based on some direct peer-reviewed evidence. Some of them might work or are based on more indirect evidence. Some probably don't work at all, or at least aren't based on any science. So to make this as clear as possible, I made this table. I took every cue I could find on social media and put them into one of 3 categories. Cues that work and are based on science, cues that might work and are based on indirect science, and cues that probably don't work or at least don't have any science behind them. I included the scientific reference for cues that have one, and
Wait, hold on. Leaning back on leg extension, Larson. Staying back. Okay. Calf raises. By muscle extension, bicep curls. Okay. He actually cites everything too. Like Chavez 2020, Schoenfeld 2018. He cites the studies.
That's crazy.
He's doing schoolwork, Alvin.
Yeah. He's
and I'll highlight all the cues that I actually do myself in blue so you can pause and screenshot if you want to read. But the reality is, all of these tips and tweaks, every one of them, even the science-based ones, will have a relatively minor impact on your gains. And none of these tips and tweaks are as important as simply pushing yourself hard and doing enough volume. But that's just the tip of the iceberg, because it's not just tips and tweaks that people associate with science-based lifting. Science-based lifting has become synonymous with perfect technique in general. Let me prove that to you. Which of these two techniques looks more science-based to you? I'm doing perfect, strict technique on the left, and Sam is doing loose, cheating technique on the right. Most people would say that my technique is more science-based. But why? As of now, there's never been a study comparing strict technique to loose technique. Future science could show that loose cheat reps actually cause more growth than perfect strict reps. We don't know. And until that study comes out, it'd be misleading to say that perfect strict form is more science-based. Luckily, we won't have to wait very long for that study because I'm helping run it now at Lehman College in New York. Now, of course.
Let me think about that. I mean, there's no direct evidence, I guess, but like you could infer based on like indirect evidence. No.
I think cheating. If you,
Are there any studies like saying that cheating helps?
I think at some point it should help because you're moving more weight.
Yeah.
Right, but you're moving more weight and you're doing more volume, more reps, right? But then the risk.
But then it wouldn't be because of the cheating; it would be because of the volume, right?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's what's helping you, right?
Yeah.
And then I would say that the problem is the risk of injury. Like too many people just go down. Like think about this, right? Right. Don't you think like most people in gear cheat a lot? 'Cause they can get away with it. They have like unlimited stamina.
Yeah. The thing about gear is that like you can get away with so much.
Yeah. But the whole thing about gear is, isn't it about like, okay, like you can get back from a crazy workout like the next day like it's nothing. Like,
yeah, your recovery
is crazy. Right?
Is crazy.
That's what helps you grow.
But I think that the most important thing about gear is that your testosterone levels are more stable. I think that's the most important thing, especially when you take steroids.
Yeah.
Because when you say gear, it can be like a multitude of other things, but specifically steroids, your testosterone is like very, very stable. And so generally speaking, because of that stability, you don't have to worry about like, being too lean and then lowering your testosterone because you're taking it externally, right? And then yes, your recovery is better and your muscle growth potential is better. But then remember that because your recovery is better, if you overcompensate by doing even more, then your recovery is like roughly the same, I think. But I don't know too much about like gear stuff, like steroid stuff, because obviously I'm not interested in that kind of stuff. But that's what I've heard from the content that I watch. So I don't know like any like formal like knowledge about steroid usage and their effects on your training.
When you do any exercise, there are a few basic technique guidelines that you should follow so you can do the exercise safely and effectively. For example, on a squat, you don't want to fall backward or fall forward, so you should try to keep the bar in line with the middle of your foot. You should try to keep a relatively neutral spine, although a little butt wink at the bottom isn't worth freaking out about, and you should get as deep as you comfortably can, because squatting deep does seem to cause more quad growth and glute growth. But the exact angle you point your toes in, the specific stance width you take, and whether you put your thumb on top or bottom will, in all likelihood, have a very small impact on your gains. These things can help you feel more comfortable with the lift, but the reality is, if you're in the gym squatting with a high effort each week, your legs are going to grow. The same goes for the lat pull down. Many science-based lifters think that if you just take the perfect grip width and point their elbows in exactly the right direction, they're going to unlock a whole new level of gains. Probably not. Grab the bar, lock yourself into the seat, pull the bar down to your chest, control the weight on the way up, and push the set hard. If you do that, your back is going to grow, and technique refinements beyond that are ultimately just guesses. I personally don't have a problem with people making those guesses, especially if they're educated guesses. There's nothing wrong with telling someone to take a closer grip to target their lats from a different angle, or to lean back a bit more to target the mid-back. But if we're being real, pretty much all of training technique is so much more of an art than it is a science.
Yeah. So there's a spectrum. That's exactly what I said. Like, there's not a specific point of like technique that this is the perfect technique. I think there's a spectrum of like what is perfect.
Yeah.
And it'll depend again based on like, well, as he said, guesses, and it's going to depend also like how you're built, right? Like some people might have like longer legs, right? Or like longer femurs, or like longer arms or whatever, right?
Also, you can have like the same length, but your body just reacts differently.
Yeah.
At least for now. But coaching should be a blend of science and experience, so that's okay. But there's an element of perfect technique that isn't okay, and it's this
Put Nick over there because we're that for gay is here, bro.
What?
Nick is so quiet. Put him
I'm
over
not
there.
here.
Oh, you
I'm
can't.
not half asleep.
Bro, I can't.
Just close it. Close it. It'll put it. It'll pop out over there. Or no. Here, give me.
Discord, right?
No,
Oh,
no,
no.
yeah, I know,
Yeah.
but like this. The reason why it doesn't work is because of this. Where's Discord?
Wait,
Don't mind me. I'm not here.
Don't mind me, bro.
I'm not-
Okay, there you
No,
go.
no, it's okay, it's okay. It's this one, right?
Yeah. All right. All right. Let's see this. We're almost there. Halfway.
unrealistic expectation that there should never be any change in your technique from your first rep to your last rep. Let's say on rep 1, you get the bar all the
I
way.
disagree with that. Well, wait, did he disagree with that? Hold on, let me see.
Never be any change in your technique that isn't okay. And it's this unrealistic expectation that there should never be any change
Oh,
in
okay,
your
yeah.
technique from your first rep to your last rep.
Yeah, so yeah, this idea that it has to be like perfect throughout your whole set is like kind of like,
No, because then you will be
Unrealistic.
pushing hard enough, right?
yeah, like a little bit of form breakdown. It's not gonna like break your whole like progress, right?
Yeah.
Like you're still pushing weight, you're still providing stimulus to your muscle, and yeah, you're still like training hard. So like the gains are still going to happen.
But wouldn't
That's
that
not
be like considered like a little bit of cheating at the end?
Yeah, but a little bit of cheating is not enough to like break your progress.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean,
But like you're not getting the gains because of the cheating. You're getting the gains because of like training hard. It's just that the cheating comes
with training hard.
yeah, comes a little bit of cheating comes with training hard. Yeah.
1, you get the bar all the way down to your chest. By the time you get to rep 10, you can't quite get the bar all the way down. It's about 1 inch away. That means rep 10 looks a little different from rep 1. So, as a science-based lifter, you end the set there. But if you do that, you're leaving quite a few reps in the tank. In my opinion, just because the range of motion was 1 inch less doesn't mean you need to terminate the set. That's why I love Sam Zola's style of lat pull downs, where he keeps going even after he can't complete a full rep. When you're pushing really hard,
I look like a
reps
dumbass.
look a little
Yeah,
I do that.
especially for pulling exercises, right? Even though pulling exercises are supposed to be compounds, I think that you can like actually milk a lot of reps, and it's not as fatiguing as like a pushing exercise. If you were to do that for squats,
Yeah, no.
or even for leg presses, it's impossible. Like the fatigue that you accumulate there is like so much compared to like
Elvin.
Huh? What?
You get to have it. You get to heaven like Elvin.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Go to heaven and back.
Yeah. No. What I do with like back is I do my regular reps, perfect like form and whatever, and then there's a point where I'm gonna hit like 5 like partial reps because I can't. And then on that last one, when I'm like, dude, everything is about to turn off. The lights are about to go out, right? I just hold it. I just hold it at like at an angle, right? And I'm like, then I count a little bit, and then
You just let it go, yeah.
Usually, I try to make it go slowly up, but after that pause, it usually
Yeah.
just flies. Yeah.
In my book, that's totally fine, but I do think you should still keep your form somewhat consistent from week to week to
Yeah.
your progress. If your technique gets sloppier and sloppier over time, you'll still make gains, but you're probably not progressing the target muscle as much as you think. Now, out of everything, science-based lifting is most famous for optimal exercise. Optimal exercises claim to be better for muscle growth based on scientific studies. But what are those studies exactly?
So I think that some exercises are definitely better than others, but number one, the difference might not be as high as you think, and number two, some other exercises are just in the same tier. Like,
I think it's personal preference at some point. It's still about the individual.
yeah, like if you had to choose between, for example, a Smith machine squat and like a hack squat, like, and then you start arguing about which one is more optimal, I think that's like dumb, right?
Yeah.
But obviously, if you start comparing like a hack squat and like a Bosu ball squat, like okay, like you can actually say like okay, this one is more optimal. So like it depends on like which exercises you do compare. But I do think that a lot of people like focus on the minutia too much, where like they would say like no, like hack squat is the top one, or like the leg press is the top one, or whatever, right? Like at the end of the day, those movement patterns are gonna be like somewhat similar, And so it doesn't really matter which one you choose as long as you're number one progressing and number two getting close to failure,
Yeah.
or like training hard enough to
I
provide
think-
a stimulus for growth.
I think anything that makes you push close to failure is gonna be good. Yeah, like
Yeah.
it doesn't matter if you do a machine or and I do another machine. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter. Yeah. What do you think, Nick?
Yeah, I agree.
Hey! He's science.
He's learning. He's learning.
Yeah, he's the certified science.
Just a bit heavier, get stronger.
Okay.
It depends what your goals are.
Yeah, yeah.
It depends on your goals, right? If you want to just get big, then I guess you can focus more on like negative, control reps and lighter weights.
I mean, you still have to get stronger, right? If you want to get bigger, that's where the progressive overload comes in place, right?
Yeah, but it also depends on like all your food and the sleep, right? Because if you don't eat enough or like sleep enough.
Yo, Nick.
Yeah, I think we're assuming like all those factors are in check.
Yo, Nick, are you planning to go to Woo Fitness sometime? It's in Markham.
I'm kind of Ludo.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, next time we
Yeah.
go, we'll actually go.
Yeah, I'm so down.
All right,
Ooh.
instead of like Pure Muscle and Fitness.
It's too far.
Too far.
I'm not going back there, but so far actually.
Yo, I drove last time, bro.
No, cause we would have to go like super early. To be honest, like if the other was impossible, bro. That day I was
Well,
dead,
that
bro. Cause
far,
I
really?
dreamed that you guys picked me up, and then you guys actually picked me up. I was like, what the fuck? I already did everything. Yeah. All right, let's watch this shit.
Let's see if I can compare two very different back exercises. The half-kneeling one-arm cable lat pull-down and the bent-over barbell row. Most people think of the one-arm cable lat pull-down as the more science-based exercise, and the barbell row as the more hardcore exercise. Maybe that's understandable. After all, in my back tier list video, I put the one-arm half-kneeling lat pull-down in S tier and the barbell row in B tier.
What?
I think the reason why people think that the one on top is more science based, I think it's because the learning curve. I think a lot of these exercises that are like categorized as science based, they have a learning curve a lot of the times.
Yeah, I mean like
They're not as straightforward.
the problem is like science based. It's just a label. Like you can say like everything that has contraction and stretch is like science based because you're like providing the stimulus for the muscle to grow, right? But like it's just kind of like a label, and it's been used and reused over and over and over to the point that nothing makes sense anymore. Here's the reality, okay? Every single exercise has pros and cons, okay? And when you evaluate pros and cons, you have to do it relative to whatever you're looking for. So like specifically on Jeff's like tier list, right? He's talking specifically about like hypertrophy. And so whenever he's evaluating exercise, he's trying to see what are the pros and cons specifically to like build muscle. And so like if he at the end of the day he came up with a conclusion that like this exercise over here, the one arm pull down, and it has more pros that are specific to building muscle compared to like this one over here. That's it, right? But it might be the case that this one might get you stronger, right? So like it just depends on like what you're looking for, and it depends on like the pros and cons that you're evaluating. That's it.
And that led to reactions like this one. That reaction kind of makes sense, honestly, because the way I ranked these exercises, many people understandably thought that I think you build a bigger back with a one-arm cable pull down than with a barbell row. But I don't think that, and I didn't think that when I made the tier list video. If you were forced to do just one of these exercises for the rest of your life, I would 100% hit the barbell row. That's because it's a compound movement that will activate all the muscles in your back. By contrast, the one-arm lat pull-down will specifically isolate one muscle in your back, your lats. These are different tools for different jobs. I picked the barbell row if I was training someone limited on time and who needed to get the most bang for their buck. I especially picked it if they were trying to get stronger. But I picked the one-arm lat pull-down for someone who's already hit their basic compound lift and needed a little extra volume for their lagging lats. That one-arm lat pull will add more lat volume for basically no fatigue. It's perfect for that. The reason I put the barbell row in B tier is because I think there's a better tool for the same job. The deficit pendlay row is the same job as the barbell row, plus a bigger stretch and a more standardized range of motion. And excessive boarded machine row does the same job as the barbell row, but with more stability and less fatigue. In retrospect, I just wasn't clear enough on what the tiers meant. So a lot of people thought that the S tier exercises were the most science-based exercises, E tier exercises were a little less science-based, and B tier and below were basically just bro science. That's not true though. There's honestly just not much science in exercise at all.
Yeah.
It'd be shocking to learn that there
yeah, again, like it's just all labels, right? Oh, this was more science based. This was not a science based. The reality is that he was. I think in the beginning of each video, he did say like, oh, these are the criteria that I'm looking for. So like I'm gonna rank them based on these criteria, which is like number one, like easy to like overload. The second one was like something about stretch or like
Yeah,
a fatigue or some shit like that. Yeah, like he had his criteria. And he was like ranking them based on that.
And then he also did his study about like stretch, and then he was like, all right, it's not as important, but whatever.
No, it's like the same basically.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
length and partials are the same as like full range of motion. So yeah.
Yep.
Yo, Nick, are you okay?
Bro, he's dying. I see him dozing off, bro.
What?
Single study
I see
has
you
measured
dozing
back
off.
muscle hypertrophy directly.
I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
We need to make an overlay where when we watch videos, we can have like the two cameras. Like,
Yeah, yeah.
With just biomechanics research and EMG studies. We don't even know if EMG predicts hypertrophy. So my tier list rankings mainly came from indirect evidence and personal experience. And now, having done the series, I think it'd be more accurate to think of the tier list as going from slightly more effective to slightly less effective. But you need to realize that as long as you take any exercise to failure, or close to failure, that exercise will build muscle. From there, you can fine-tune things based on stretch, tension, overload, and what feels good. But I do think the exact exercises you pick are less important than simply training hard and doing enough volume. Training hard and doing enough volume is what hypertrophy science is really all about. I mean, just look at all the hypertrophy studies on training volume alone. Compare that to all the hypertrophy studies on the optimal bench angle for pec growth. So I'm going to go a little deeper on these two topics, training hard and doing enough volume. When it comes to training hard, this is what the science shows. The latest meta-analysis took 15 studies, pulled them together, and compared the muscle growth from groups going to failure versus groups not going to failure.
Okay, here's my. It's either gonna be like, it's either gonna be like the same
or very slight.
The same growth for both, but training to failure like creates more fatigue, or it's gonna be like creates more fatigue. Training to failure creates more fatigue. Therefore, you are not able to train as efficiently for your next sessions, and so you build like a little bit less muscle. That's my guess, but we'll see.
This graph shows their overall findings. As you can see, as you get closer and closer to failure, you do get more muscle growth. But there's a point where too much failure training can cause recovery issues.
Oh my god! Jeff, hire me.
Getting 1 to 3 reps shy of failure, you're good.
Yo, what the fuck? Yo, are you good?
What?
Yo, what is this, bro? What the fuck?
Just watching. I'm watching.
You need to take a
I'm
screenshot.
watching.
You look so dead, bro.
Problem is, if you always leave 3 reps on the tank,
I don't know why.
Wait. You say you were hungry? Why haven't you eaten yet?
I did.
So what happened?
I just got hungry again.
Oh, so go
No,
bulk.
actually-
Go get a make a shake.
I just created some Pringles.
Do you have Pringles?
Yeah, I bought them this afternoon.
Yeah, just go get them.
Yeah, go get them.
It's in my car.
Oh, bruh. Okay.
Oh, your car is outside.
Yeah.
Bro, wait, is your garage built for like 2 cars or just one?
Yeah.
2 cars, but like the sister has a car.
Oh, fuck! And what do you mean, yeah? I asked you a question. He said, yeah. Wait.
What?
Oh,
Yeah, recently,
wait,
yeah.
I wasn't there. Wait, what car does she have? Okay.
Asian brand.
Asian brand? Bro, too many cars are Asian brands. Alright. It's a Nissan, Mitsubishi, Toyota. What is
It's
it?
a Mazda.
Oh, fuck.
It's
Okay.
a Mazda.
He wants some attention.
He wants to get the stream.
He's on
Put
stream.
him on. Put him on the camera. Show him.
Nah, bro, he's sleeping. Bro.
Yeah, he's sleeping, bruh. Look at him. Wait, I'll move my mic. He's dead.
Let's-
Alright, let's finish the video.
you're getting 1 to 3 reps shy of failure, you're good. But the problem is, if you always leave 3 reps in the tank, you might accidentally be leaving 5 or 6 reps in the tank without realizing it. That underexertion will cost you gains. So I like to play it a little safe and get a little closer to failure than I probably need to. I usually leave 1 or 2 reps in the tank on most sets, and then push my last set all the way to failure, assuming it's an exercise I can fail safely on. How far you push is your training quality. How many sets you do is your training quantity. You need both quality and quantity for maximum gains. So for maximum gains, how many sets should you do? In the research, this is called training volume, and it's the number of hard sets you do per muscle per week.
Okay, per muscle per week. I would say somewhere in the teens.
Yeah, makes sense.
Although,
Actually, no.
wait, are we talking
I
about
would
maximize? To maximize, I would say yeah, in like per muscle per week. Yeah, somewhere in the teens. I think is good.
I would say something like 12, 15. 12 to 15.
Yeah, somewhere in the teens. Yeah.
Okay, let's see.
Sets. How many sets per muscle or how many sets per muscle group per week do you think to maximize muscle?
Well, it depends how often you train, right?
No.
'Cause-
If you train less often, you just do more sets, right?
Well, it depends on your schedule, so like, you have time short, I guess.
If you have to guess, what is the on average, like what would be the best
Per muscle group.
per muscle
Like, how many
group?
exercises do you do? Like 4 to
It
5?
doesn't matter. Like you would add them, like if you do like a bench, like a dumbbell incline press and then a bench press, like those would all count as like chest sets. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And flies would count too, right?
For the chest day, so for chest day,
I would say somewhere in the teens. Somewhere in the teens is probably recommended, but we'll see. We'll see what he
I say
says.
12 to 15.
15.
15? Okay, I would say somewhere in the teens. Like it would be like anywhere between like 13 to like 19 or some shit like that.
Okay.
We'll see.
For example, if you do 5 sets for your chest per week, you do low volume training. If you do 10 sets for your chest per week, you do moderate volume training. If you do 20 plus sets for your chest per week, you do high volume training. I'd call 30 plus sets per muscle per week ultra high volume training. Luckily, we now understand the relationship between volume and muscle growth so much better than ever before. A brand new training volume meta-analysis was just published a few weeks ago with a ton of super impressive data analysis. Across 35 studies, they found that doing more volume did, in fact, cause more muscle growth. And that was true all the way up to 42 sets per muscle.
Damn, I did not expect that.
Oh,
That's an insanely high, borderline, and practically high level of volume. And the gains are diminishing. But
Per week, yeah.
Wow.
42?
we're all wrong.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Let's see, because sometimes science
it's
is
insanely high.
That's per exercise.
per muscle per exercise, yeah.
Yeah.
5 sets. Those are 5 sets per exercise.
A week?
No, like
Per session?
per exercise.
5
So let's say
sets?
for bench press, you do 5 sets. Let's say you do three chest workouts, 3 chest exercises. So that's
15.
15-ish, and then
What about the incline?
you do 2 days. So you do 2. Let's say you do 2 chest days. So like 30 sets a week.
What is he saying? What is this math?
He's trying to do the math, I don't know.
Never mind, just keep on.
No, do the math. I want to hear this.
Actually, let's say we do 4 chest exercises.
Okay.
A week?
And you train it twice a week.
Oh, okay. Eight.
So 8.
Yeah, so then you would do like 5 sets per exercise, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's-
Because then it would be like 8 times 5.
Okay.
High, borderline, and practically high level of volume. And the gains are diminishing. But it's nonetheless true that the more work you do, the better gains you get, at least in the short term. And that's the crucial caveat with this research. It's still unclear how these different volumes play out over the long term. That's because most of these studies only last 6 to 10 weeks.
Okay.
For 6 to 10 weeks or so, yeah, doing high volume causes more gains. But we don't know for sure if that's true over time. For that reason, I think the volume sweet spot is still in this range for most people. 8 to 20 sets per muscle. per
Oh
week.
my god. Well, my range falls between, like, within that range.
Well, mine is in the mid. I said 15, dude.
I said 12 to 15.
No, I captured the most amount of right answers. Because I gave a range. In the teens, yeah, 13 to 19. He said 8 to 20. So my range is a bit smaller. But it's close to what he was saying.
Yeah, I said 12 to 15, bro. Like, almost same.
If you really want to bring up a lagging body part, like your chest, for example, you could blast it with super high volume for a month or two, going as high as 30 sets per week. And as long as you reduce your volume for other body parts, you should recover fine and make some sweet pec gains. But remember, if you don't have all day to train, the research still shows that even just 4 sets per muscle per week can get the job done as long as you push those sets hard. And if you take one message away from this video, I hope it's that your training doesn't need to be perfect to be effective. I know some people in my audience get paralysis by analysis. They want to figure out every little thing about training before getting to work. I think it's cool to try to figure out every little thing. I do that myself. But the reality is, the best program isn't always the most optimal one. It's the one you'll actually stick to. So it's totally fine if you drop your strict RPE adherence and do some field-based sets every now and then. It's also totally fine if you do some workouts that are suboptimal on paper, but just more fun in the gym. It's cool if you do some cheat reps at the end of some sets because it helps you get in the zone. None of these things are in conflict with smart training because smart training is mostly about training hard and being consistent. I start my new book, The Muscle Ladder, with a chapter on sustainability.
Okay, I think that's it.
And then there's a big chapter on mindset. These two principles form the rails of the ladder, and all the other variables like technique, exercise selection, effort, and volume make up the 10 rungs of the ladder. It's a huge hardcover book with super high quality print, full color images, diagrams, plus 20 training programs.
How much is that?
I'll link it in the description box down below. I also want to quickly mention that my nutritionist macro factor is doing a
Huh?
Buy it.
Buy it.
No, I think for the most
No,
part,
I
I probably
would-
know everything. Well, not everything, but like the majority of like.
Like the
What
only
the book
reason
is
why
saying.
I'm asking is that I would give it as a gift to someone who wants to start training.
Oh, that
Jacket.
is
Jacket.
yeah, that is a good.
Right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah.
bro. I don't need it. Come on.
massive
But I need
$100,000
jacket to get
transformation
jacket.
contest starting January 1st. To enter, all you need to do is download Macro Factor and enter the contest through the link below. The person with the best transformation will win $50,000, and 100 other people will also win a $500 cash prize. It's a huge opportunity to not only transform your physique in the new year, but also have a pretty good shot at winning some cash. So I'll link that in the description box as well. Alright, that's it for this one, guys. Don't forget to leave me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you out here in the next one.
All right. Boom. Okay. So we basically got like most of it right.
Yes, we are science certified science
Lifters.
Yeah.
I did it too.
Okay. All right. I think I've been streaming for too long. Oh, get ready for. Okay, so I haven't been editing for the last like 3 weeks because I was like, vacation and traveling and stuff. But, get ready for the shorts and videos coming out for the last stream. That'll be really, really funny.
Oh, it's not bad. It's supposed to be like 60, but you can get it right now 41. Not bad. I would get it for Jack.
Yeah.
Jack it
Who?
for a family friend.
Wait, look at this.
What?
Get to Henry.
Oh, yeah?
Henry.
Yeah.
His journey, fitness journey.
Fitness journey.
Henry?
Henry. It's
Bro.
in the chat.
I don't know, bro.
He loves attention, bro. The moment I stare at him, he stares in.
Yeah.
Alright, guys.
Stream has ended.
Yes.
Where are
You
you?
ended it?
You
No, I haven't ended it yet. Yeah, I'll just end the stream here. Let me just do like a really quick outro for people. If you have watched until now, thanks for looking at us and ramble about fitness. Yeah, if you're still here, please subscribe or like the video. I'm gonna be a little bit more consistent now. New year, new me, okay?
Yeah.
Bro, trust, okay? Trust. I'm gonna be more consistent, okay? I have a short coming out soon, so look forward for that. Other than that, yeah, thanks for being here. Subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you guys in the next one.